us to create our work. Electric Zoo as a name has really something in the name when it comes to scripting, storytelling, and we wanted to do something with that. It's a zoo in the middle of the city. It's a place where the city meets nature. The inspiration was an architect, Santiago Calatrava, and what he does with all his creations and buildings, with really straight forms, he creates organic structures. With that in mind, we created the main stage, a gigantic bird form, but with all straight elements.
For a festival like Electric Zoo, with this concept of the bird, which is actually the phoenix rising, is all about engineering, because this stage in particular is a cantilevered stage. All the weight is in the front of the stage, which meant a lot of calculations, a lot of engineering, a lot of design elements to go into the engineering to make it work with the space that you have. There's different types of music in each of these stages, so all of the concepts in the video are all about the music. There's an audio designer, and he spends a lot of time speccing out the amount of space he's going to have, how high these tents are, where this structure is to that structure in an audio design, because you really feel the bass in his audio specs, which you don't necessarily get everywhere.
Electric Zoo has been a festival where sound has been a very sort of critical component. So what we try and do is create a really good physical presence with low frequency and subs, so you can actually feel the sound, but not overwhelm your hearing with the mid to high frequencies. There's a lot of crosstalk, so you can hear different stages from different stages if the stages aren't orientated well. So there's a lot of input from the beginning, and over the years there's been a lot of refinement as to where the stages are relative to each other and the direction of the sound, and how we can actually stop some of that crosstalk and bleed between the stages. And then we also monitor levels. So, you know, when we do increase the levels over all the stages, we do it incrementally and we do them all the same, so you don't have stages that are louder than the other, and we just manage the actual levels of the site throughout the whole production as well.
Every stage I do now seems to be more of an installation, because my first question always is, what's the roof going to be? Because I think of protecting the artist and the equipment, and really it's all about protecting the artist.
Technology has made it more an exacting science now, where we can predict quite closely what we're going to get to. So we can model things a lot easier and design arrays and know what the coverage patterns are. So we know how high we're hanging a speaker, you know, what it's going to do, what it's going to cover, how far it's going to throw, where previously you didn't have that.
This whole dance music scene allows us to create environments with the events that we do, where with which we can create a positive impact on consciousness or on lives of people. We are adding dimensions with all the technical elements that we can play with.
There's a variety of robots in this competition with different morphologies. Some of them are on wheels, and some of them have multiple legs, some of them are on tracks. I think that legs offer specific advantages if the environment you want the robot to operate in justifies them. So going over very rigid terrain. Humanoids are quite good for going into narrow spaces. They have typically a narrow form factor, and they're typically well designed for operating in human environments.
Humanoids are great if you're looking at human environments, because there is an existence proof that a human can move around and do stuff in that environment, right? It was designed around humans. Our take on it, though, is that if you actually break all of the requirements down, taking a more monkey and ape inspiration, the simian inspiration, is going to lead to a more effective robotic system for the problem at hand.
With the biped, the stability is an issue, and you see here many creative solutions, in particular with wheels and a larger footprint that increase the stability of the robot.
This robot has a very unique form, so as we're doing things, we find really unusual ways to solve the problem. For example, he steers with his track. He doesn't use his hands to steer, he uses his little track and pushes it against the steering wheel and spins it with the track. Well, that's certainly not something a steering wheel is designed to do, but the non-humanoid form does it very well.
The challenge of the legged robot is that your feet are making and breaking contact with the ground. You have to think a lot about the way you impart force on the ground, the way the ground affects you, your motion. The same thing's true if you wanted to have robot arms build cell phones. And it seems ridiculous that small parts you think would be great for robots, but robots are actually not good at controlling small contact forces when they're doing parts assembly. I really believe that the problem of balancing a humanoid robot is actually helping us understand that, is gonna help us understand how to make manufacturing robots, or robots that have to go into your body and help with a surgeon perform some advanced surgery. Or all these things are subtle interactions between the robot and the environment, which we're capturing by balancing this robot on this crazy obstacle course.
When Apple introduced the iPad Air 2 last year, it was a pretty big deal. The iPad Mini 3, however, which was announced just moments afterwards, was considerably less of a big deal. Basically, Apple just took the previous year's iPad Mini 2, gave it a new gold finish and a Touch ID sensor, and called it a day. Yes, it does kind of suck that iPad Mini fans got shortchanged, but Apple is making up for it now with the iPad Mini 4, and it really is the iPad Mini we should have gotten last year. So, what's new? Well, the iPad Mini has never been a tank of a tablet, but Apple shaved off about 1/10 of a pound, making this year's iPad Mini the thinnest and lightest we've ever seen. 1/10 of a pound might not sound like a whole lot, but believe me, it's a very tangible difference when you're holding these things in your hands. More importantly, the 7.9-inch screen is beautiful. Apple has finally laminated the display with the glass itself, meaning there's no more gap between the pixels on the screen and the glass covering it all. That means we're getting greater clarity, not to mention better viewing angles that we've gotten in the past. This is a big, big improvement. Now, while it might look like Apple took an iPad Air 2 and stuck it under a shrink ray, that's not exactly the case, and that's because of what's going on inside. So instead of carrying over the iPad Air 2's A8X chipset, Apple actually plugged the A8 out of the iPhone 6 and stuck it in this year's iPad Mini 4. I've always thought of the iPhone 6 as a pretty snappy machine, and I've never really had complaints about its performance, so those sentiments carry over really nicely into the Mini 4 as well. Another difference at play here is that Apple dropped in 2 GB of RAM into this iPad rather than the one we saw in the iPhone 6, so it's not a straight translation, and it helps dramatically, especially when it comes to Apple's really cool new multitasking features. We've talked about this stuff more in depth in our iOS 9 review, but here's the long and short of it for the iPad Mini 4. If you swipe over from the right side of the screen, you can open basically a drawer of applets. This is what Apple calls slide over, and any one of those applications can be run in its own section of the screen. You can't interact with the app you were in previously, just the one that you've just opened. If you want to be able to interact with 2 apps at the same time, you can take the line that divides those 2 applications and slide it over until both apps take up half of the screen. This is what's called split view, and you can interact with both at the exact same time. It's a really cool feature, although on the smaller screen of the iPad Mini, it feels a little less useful than it might otherwise be. The rest of iOS 9, if you haven't already played with it, is really, really quite nice. There are a lot of thoughtful changes in addition to these iPad-centric tweaks that make it run and feel much more efficient and more thoughtful. So, for instance, there's a back button that allows you to jump from your current app back into the previous app without you having to open the app switcher and figure out what you were doing. Siri is also more proactive in suggesting people and apps for you to talk to and use respectively, and Spotlight Search now allows you to dig into third-party applications and the contents within, not just stuff you have stored in Apple's own first-party apps. Throw in a battery that lasts almost as long as the 13.5 hours we got out of last year's iPad Mini 3 in our video rundown test, and we've got what's ostensibly Apple's best and most powerful tiny tablet to date. Now, Apple products aren't for everybody, and we could say the same about small tablets too, but if you're looking for a powerful portable slate with great looks and great app support, well, you're probably not going to find a whole lot better than this.
I'm here with Carrie Davis, and we are going to get her pretty drunk and then have her play with an Amazon Echo knockoff. So, cheers, queers. Should I not say that?
What were you drinking before?
A Manhattan.
Oh, no. No. What if we started with a tequila shot?
That sounds good. Cheers.
Cheers.
Hello.
I have so many regrets already.
The thing that she's going to be testing today is called the Ivy Sleek. It's a voice-activated alarm clock that controls a bunch of apps and other stuff.
It's time to get weird.
Today just got so good.
But the problem with that is that it doesn't actually listen to your voice. It's really terrible at it. And so when you're trying to do it even sober, it's a challenge.
Whoa! The crew should partake as well. This is good. Cheers.
Yay!
Cheers.
Brett's like, I hate you.
Let's just get the shot so I can get the fuck out of here. Finish it! Finish it!
That is so rude.
Yeah. Yeah. It is.
Wow.
Did you take the whole thing?
I think so.
Finish it, Heathrow Franklin. Get on it.
All right, let's get to work,
Let's
people.
go play. Let's go
Am
play
I
with.
drunk enough for
Let's
you?
play with Ivy.
When I tested it, it took me close to an hour and a half to get it to initially set up. It didn't want to play nice with my Wi-Fi network, and it all went downhill from there.
Yeah, you're gonna sit in the middle, right? And I'm gonna do this.
Is it here?
Yeah.
Why are we?
So he's gonna pull it out. Whoa. All right, let's get down to business. So we have a beverage.
Business time.
And this called Ivy is Ivy. So you need to figure out what the hell this is. Poison. Poison.
Poison ivy.
Poison. This is not poison.
Didn't.
Poison.
Okay,
Up,
I'm
up,
already winning, bitches. Oh, I don't want to swear so much.
Don't break the thing. We still have to use that. The screen is on. The screen is on.
What?
We've made our first step towards an actual hands-on. Poison. Poison.
The concept of the Ivy Sleek is good, but the execution is terrible.
It says Ivy. Just kidding, console. Works with Nest. Ivy voice control for the smart home.
Well, I mean, it's supposed to do a lot of stuff. It's supposed to like be an alarm clock, a radio. It's supposed to control your thermostat, a whole bunch of stuff.
Once Ivy powers up, say hello, Ivy. Set up Wi-Fi. Select network. Hello, Ivy. Wait. Hello, Ivy.
Sorry, I didn't understand you.
Well, she's dumb. Hello, Ivy.
Sorry, I didn't understand you.
So when I initially tested it, it took me about 45 minutes to get the voice command set up.
Enunciate. Carrie. Yeah, quit slurring.
Shut up, you're ruining my sound.
You have to say hello to her and then she puts you on Wi-Fi.
Voice trigger is now on.
Oh, shit. Oh! She figured it out.
Yeah, all I have to say, keep drinking.
Sing!
You and I see why.
It's
not.
You guys, I'm really drunk.
It's connecting.
Oh.
Wi-Fi set up.
Sorry, I didn't understand you.
Was it this hard when you did it?
Yeah, actually it was. It's got to be Hello ID, Wi-Fi setup.
Oh, why would you not say that?
Because this is funnier.
Wi-Fi setup.
Please choose your network.
Oh no!
It took me, God, I want to say an hour or two more to set up the Wi-Fi.
Brass Tacks Wi-Fi isn't out here.
Brass Tacks must have a password.
At
Can
Brass
we
Tacks
check?
bar, it's gotta be it.
I have a conclusion. This was way too hard. We couldn't even get the Wi-Fi, which is that.
No, we got connected to the Wi-Fi. We couldn't connect to the internet. Say it, don't spray it.
Okay, we couldn't get connected to the Wi-Fi, but we did everything we could. We couldn't get it. Thank you, After Hours, for giving me something that doesn't work.
In quotes.
After Hours, thank you for getting me drunk, giving me something that doesn't work. If a drunk you can't even set it up, your parents are.
So true.
I guess we can give her something easier next time, but I suggest we give her something even worse.
Sorry, I didn't understand you.
Get your shit together, Ivy.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. I'm your host, Veronica Belmont. I'm excited.
Welcome to our final CES edition of In Case You Missed It, where all the cool tech you've been waiting to see is still there, but scattered among miles of stuff that apparently just wiggles people's butts. Now it's burned into your memory too. Don't worry, we still found cool stuff. While you lusted a bunch of gadgets that start at $5.99, you probably missed the nail artist in a box, the drone not helicopter that's confusing to talk about, and VR gaming of your pod people future. Hey Jetsons fans, we found something you're gonna like. It's the eHang 184. It's a personal transportation device for the sky. Meet George Jetson. It holds up to 220 pounds, and it's a drone because of its shape, but it's really more like a helicopter. They're going to get these into production within the next year. No joke, the next year. If the FAA is cool with it, basically, it's happening. This thing can go up for 23 minutes of flight time. It travels at 63 miles per hour, and it takes about 2 hours to fully recharge. It operates by a Google Maps-like interface. The whole idea is that a passenger would get in, interact with the iPad screen in front of them, and just basically say where they want to go, and they can sit back and basically do no flying. It needs a 20-foot diameter to land, and so once it has that, it can land near your location. So the 184 in the name means it carries one person only, a max of 220 pounds. There are 8 rotors and 4 booms on it, so it's drone-like, but they admit it's still more of a helicopter. And basically, this is how we're gonna get around in the future, I guess. We don't need self-driving cars. We'll have these. They will not let me sit inside of it, but I am standing right next to it, and if I stand really close, oops, I touched it. When this is available, it'll be around $200,000 to $300,000. I don't have that much money. Also, a life of crime just got a lot easier. Come on, goddammit! We're at the Crush booth taking a look at their new Movio Pod. It is a concept so far, but it gives 360 degrees of VR gaming madness. They won't let us sit in it, which is the only bummer. They just installed it yesterday. Apparently we're having problems until last night, so for now they want people to stay out. But they would let us try the same game, the same test you would see if you were actually sitting in it out here in 2D. And even that was cool. No more spinning! Oh, Jesus. I will not die out here. I will Sandra Bullock this shit. Okay, that was cool. I would have liked to shoot more things. So far, it is just a concept, and what I hear is that they need to do probably at least one more version before they get to production, which the goal is for 2018, but they said, based on the conversations they've had so far here at CES, it could be even sooner.
It's the first one of its type that we know of, and there's a lot of room for competition right now. The market is so big and so broad.
Yeah, Let's kill some robots and drones. So Virtuix has the Omni system for sale now for $6.99. With it, you get the stand, the harness, and the shoes, and there are games included. Playing this demo was actually way cooler than I'd imagined. So just like we heard earlier from Crush, there are all sorts of potential solutions to VR gaming out there. This one for $6.99 is a pretty good price. Wow.
Big boss.
Woo, that was awesome. There is a surprising amount of beauty tech here at CES, and one of the things that we were most into is the iNail. It's the intelligent nail printer, a little machine that can let you print very elaborate designs that are already preloaded, or, pictures of pets or yourself or your friends. Whatever you want can go on your nails. Me and my photographer are going on my nail. I'll be the bottom, you be the top. Obviously, I'm doing this one because it's psychotic and also funny, and that's in case you missed it. Let's do it. Get Shivani in it. Well, sadly, you can only see my one crazy eye. They said I didn't let the top coat dry long enough, but still cool. I'm still into it. People that do fancy nail art already know that nail artists charge a lot of money to do some very imaginative things. So this way, different nail salons can offer the same sort of elaborate, beautiful nail situation that maybe they can't do. This machine just went on sale about 2 months ago, and it's $2,899. So no, you can't have one at home, unless you're like Kim Kardashian. She probably already has 5. They're based in China, looking for distributors, and, about to hit your local nail salon, so look out. Nail art. And now TLDR, where we do the week's reading for you because a lot happened and you probably got lost. Also, all we know is what happened at Vegas. Is there life outside of Vegas?
LG's rollable display prototype was a dream come true to all of us. Volkswagen's concept electric minibus charges to 80% in only 15 minutes. The Oculus Rift finally got a price tag. Segway's newest people mover transforms into a household companion bot when you're not riding it. Still no Optimus, though. And Kodak says it's resurrecting the Super 8 format into a redesigned retrofilm camera. We're done. This episode was brought to you by Go90. Hello and welcome to the Engadget stage here at CES 2016. I'm Carrie Davis, the host of In Case You Missed It, which you just got to see on our final episode from CES. We tried to have as much fun as possible, crammed into one little episode, so hopefully you enjoyed. There is a lot to see, as you probably all know. This is massive. It's not just at the convention center, it's different casinos, the Sands has a thing, there's so much. And so that's why we roam continuously and try to find the cool things. If you are into gaming, there is a serious virtual reality section this year. My first year at CES was only 4 years ago, and there was nothing like it then. So really incredible stuff. The Omni treadmill, we've seen that in prototype a few times, but never actually seen a working one before. So while that was just a chunk, in terms of virtual reality and gaming, that was my favorite experience by far here at CES. And it's pretty affordable for what it is, so we are really interested to see what they do with that. Speaking of gaming, a lot of that VR stuff is all for the adults. But what we are also interested in is how our little list of people learn to game and play and explore, because as a lot of people will tell you, there are going to be jobs we don't even know what they are in the future. So it's important to get little people involved with science, education, and gaming in a really creative way as well. So with that, I'd like to invite to the stage Hannah from Lego Education. Please come on up. Welcome. We can have you take a seat and grab a mic. Here at Engadget, we gave Lego Education one of our Best of CES awards for this little guy. So why don't you tell us about it? Welcome.
Thank you. So we're here from Lego Education, which is a part of the Lego Group, who develops solutions for classrooms to teach in classrooms. So what we're here to announce is, as you said, Milo here, it's an elementary classroom solution to teach science. It's called We Do 2.0, and it's basically driven by the desire to give students the right competencies for the future career and become the problem solvers of tomorrow.
Just to cut through it so people understand what it is, it's Legos, but with a Bluetooth little computer-like section that can control it in really interesting different ways. So you can teach little people, I call them little people because that's what I call my sister's kids. So you can teach kids how to code, which is amazing.
Yeah. So, yeah. And it's coding, it's science, it's building their skills. We know that in 10 years from now, 75% of all careers will need some level of science or technology skills. So what it is a combination of Lego bricks with this new hub here being the new development.
If we can, you can leave it there, it's fine, we can zoom, but this little piece on top here, that's the Bluetooth enabled, low power?
Yeah, Bluetooth low energy hub that connects with the digital component, which includes the programming, the coding environment, but also the digital content, which is the curriculum material that is used in classrooms.
So why don't we get a little demo if we can? I can help you. Let's see.
Sure.
Give me that right there.
So
I'll take it. Yeah. I'm going to hold this right here. Okay.
So what you can see is that in here we have all our projects. That can be projects like space exploration and so on. So in this case, this model is our science rover. And what students will get is that they get the projects on the screen, they'll go through them step by step, take the instructions, and eventually after building the model, which they also do from screen, they get to program. So let's go there.
This is the cool part. Yes, very much.
So this is the programming environment. It's basically drag and drop. You connect the blocks. Here also have a light, so I can program the light to change.
Can we add some music?
We can, for sure. Let's take a Milo sound as well, see if we can hear it. So let's try. And changing lights at the same time.
So the whole idea is these are actually for educators. These are for Lego education. You were telling me is not available in stores, but parents and others, educators, can buy it online. How much is this going to be?
So it's available on Lego Education, the web shop, and it's a brick set, which is a big plastic bag with 280 elements, the Bluetooth low energy hub, motors, sensors, and it's $159.99 for a set that can be used for 2 students, and with that one come the core software.
So the idea is educators would, which grades again? The
second to fourth grade.
Okay,
yeah.
they would have projects and sort of build things together, and yet parents can still build them. I know you've had a great reception here at this CES. I've heard a lot about it. What sort of things are you hearing from parents?
Sorry, what we're hearing from parents?
Yes.
Yeah. So a lot of parents think this is cool as well. We all, no matter whether we are educators, parents, politicians, whatever, we want the kids to succeed, right? So we want to give them the best opportunities possible.
So I know there are other products like this. I've seen a lot on Kickstarter, Indiegogo, probably a lot of us have. But this takes sort of that, it almost felt like maybe parents who are into science and tech, they would definitely get these for their kids, those sorts of products. But putting it into Lego, I think creates a whole other group of kids that are going to be exposed to it. Is that really the idea?
So I guess the idea is really to educate them, all kids, any kid and at any time. And I think the beauty of science when it's for young kids is that it's not necessarily to create the scientist of tomorrow. It's just building on the natural curiosity that any kid have anyway. So it's making sure that we keep that creativity with the kids throughout them growing up.
So I wanted to talk about that a little bit too, because we know that STEM is so important in education, but a lot of girls and women, they drop out. When they're this age, the young elementary school age, girls are still excited about science and math, but the older they get, the less excited about it they are, and somehow it becomes more of a boys thing. So what is Lego doing, and maybe this is the solution, to sort of address that problem?
Yeah. So our solution is gender neutral. It's for boys, it's for girls, and as said, kids are curious, boys and girls at the same level. So it's really making sure that they keep that curiosity, keep asking questions, because that's what will lead them to solve the problems going forward.
Can I play with this a little? If you hold this for me, I would love to give it a whirl. I'm gonna program this Lego right here. Okay, so I'm gonna add. Oops. Okay. Good. I'm already ruining things. I don't know what that does. Ooh, what's that? Is this you can program a mic sound?
Sure.
Oh, and you can, cool. Okay, wait. All right, so I'm gonna put this is forward.
Yeah. So if I can, I'll hold this one.
Could you educate me?
Sure. So any of these yellow blocks starts the program. In this case, we can take the one you just had.
Uh-huh.
Here you're programming the color.
Okay.
You can basically put, if you click on number 1, so you can pull up if we pull up 2 different ones, on this one, if I click on it,
oh, and then you get the
you
color.
can select the color you want. Purple. Okay. If we want to add another color, I'll just remove this one for a second. You can program another one.
Yellow.
We can even then put it in a loop.
Can you have it go forward, turn around, and come back? Oh, in a loop, I like.
So, yeah. We can put in, then we need the motor to be activated. So in that case, we have the motor block.
Okay, that's probably good. Let's try that.
And we want it to go this way first for, let's say, 2 seconds. I'm running out of space here. I'm just cleaning up. And then we want it to run the other way. Let's see if it works here. 2 seconds.
Okay.
Let's give it a try.
Yeah. Oh, that's not played. That's, still works.
And since we now have a loop here, he'll continue forever. We could put it to.
Oh, let's just let him go. Let the little guy be free. Okay. All right, thank you so much. And just checking the audience, we were supposed to have one other interview, but I don't think they were able to make it. Do you see them? They're not here. Okay. We wanted to tell you about another technology. Did you happen to see Edwin the duck?
Sorry?
Edwin the duck. It was near your booth at the
Yeah, we
Sands.
saw it. Yeah.
Yeah, really
cool big duck.
I know. I really wanted to talk to them. I guess they had car trouble.
No.
So to wrap it up, what is the future for Lego? Do you think right now this is in Lego education? I'm curious to hear if you think this is something that regular Lego will begin. I would imagine they would begin carrying. What's the word?
So right now we can't say anything about what the future and predict the future. Right now we're just really excited to get this one out and see the huge impact and effect we've seen at the show today.
All right, so it's going to be in stores. I wouldn't be surprised because there are so many products like this. So
definitely. For
yeah.
now, it's on legoeducation.com and you can purchase it from that one.
Okay, Lego Education, that's where it's at. All right, thank you all for joining us so much. It is our last day here at CES. We have produced a lot of content, a lot of videos, a lot of hands-ons, a lot of reviews, a lot of late night things, a lot of things that cover kids' education. And so we hope that you've enjoyed our coverage. We'll be pushing out more today and then flying out tomorrow blessedly. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, Vegas. We will see you again soon.
Hello, Las Vegas. Hello, CES 2016. It is the final day of the show here in Las Vegas. It's been a very good show.
Yes.
Yes. So we're feeling good. We're obviously looking good. I am Michael Gorman, the editor-in-chief of Engadget, and joining me on stage, as we have every morning this week. Also, we'll get to that in a second. Terrence's mic isn't working, but first, let's talk to Christopher Trout, the executive editor. How are you, Christopher?
I'm pretty good. I'm really feeling myself today.
I can tell. I can tell. You're usually feeling yourself, but there's an extra, there's a little extra feel.
Saturday.
Yeah.
And I didn't get as drunk as I might have wanted to last night,
Yeah.
which is why we brought the champagne to the show.
That's right. I mean, is it time to pop the celebratory champagne, or
What do
should
y'all
we?
say?
Why would we wait any longer?
All right, let's do this.
Someone's having Saturday brunch somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
And
not
while
us,
while we watch
someone.
Christopher pop the bubbly, I would like all of you to say hello to managing editor Terrence O'Brien. Terrence, how are you today?
I am excellent.
Yeah. Feeling good.
Yeah, now that the show's over, I'm pretty happy. Well, over-ish.
Yeah.
Most of the stress is gone.
That's right.
Now it's time to unwind, drink a little champagne, a little bubbly.
Sit back and reflect on the magic that has been CES 2016.
Yep.
All right, we'll get to that in a second. Lastly, Dana Woolman, managing editor.
Hello.
You bring the magic to the stage every day, Dana, and I appreciate you for that. Even though you're feeling a little under the weather.
I'm a little low energy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's okay.
We'll change that.
Yeah.
A couple of glasses of champagne, you'll be running circles around us. It's cool.
All right.
Can we actually get Dana drunk on the stage? Can that be a thing?
It sounds like a challenge. Cheers, everyone.
All right.
Hey,
Happy
guys.
CES.
Cheers to the end of days.
Yes.
Or at least these days.
Cheers at home. I hope you're popping some bubbly wherever you are.
You'll get
And
yours,
if you're
don't
working
worry.
like
No,
us, you're a
Carrie,
sucker.
you don't get any until you get on stage.
That's good.
The
That's
host of
delicious.
our daily show, in case you missed it, is over there desperately.
She wants all the
desperately
alcohol.
seeking this
Yeah.
champagne model.
Okay, so drinks in hand. Let's talk about the week that was. Christopher, highlights, lowlights. What stories do you have to tell?
Well, I saw you try VR porn for the first time. That was pretty entertaining.
Yeah, that was super uncomfortable for me on a personal level. That was
It
good.
looked like you were having a good time. though.
I mean, I was secretly jumping up and down in my mind, but I had to keep
Trout
it together.
said you looked pretty indifferent, actually,
I-
to the whole thing.
I mean, it's hard not to be indifferent when you're sitting in a room full of strangers and coworkers watching cartoonish-like people get it on in your face.
So this is an interesting thing about VR porn is that
Yeah.
everything's warped, right?
Yeah.
So body parts look larger and people's faces are all like expanded and kind of balloony.
Yeah.
So it's
real
all like
weird.
fisheye lens,
It
basically.
is,
Yeah.
yeah. Which,
And
I mean, for certain parts of the body is not such a bad thing.
Yeah, I
Like-
mean, I suppose, but it's like, you know, it's also just the actors in these films were
Already
cartoonish
cartoon-like.
in proportion, let's say,
Yeah.
Fair
in
enough.
ways that are unsettling. Again, when you're sitting in a room full of strangers and coworkers. Know what I'm saying?
So that was a highlight.
So that was the highlight for you, was watching me watch porn.
Is that going to actually
That was
end up
also
on
a
the
low
site?
That sounds weird, man. That sounds
was
sounds
also
real
one of
weird.
the lowest
It's a little
moments.
weird.
What was that, Dana?
That's for the blooper reel, right? Not ending up on the site.
Oh no, that's on the site.
You know, that's a
You
thing.
can see that on our site
Oh,
right
so
now.
readers get to actually watch
Go
it
to
and watch porn.
www.engadget.com and look up sex at CES, and you'll see this guy watching porn.
Yep, that happened. That's a real thing. That's on the internet forever now.
But it's like, you know, this is like super PG.
Yeah,
viewing.
I mean, we're not
It's
we're
safe
not
for work.
gratuitous about it. It's just like, yes, this happened. We were there. We did it. It's a first-hand account.
Yeah. You can also see a woman bouncing up and down on a medicine
on
ball.
an
or-
exercise ball.
No, medicine balls are hard. That
Yeah.
wouldn't be very
And they're
comfortable.
small. This is like one of those big yoga balls or something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that's it. That's it. Just watching me watch VR porn. That's the highlight of CES 2016.
I mean, I can
Write
see how
that
that
down,
would
everyone.
overshadow everything. Like, that's a pretty
I was gonna
special
say,
experience.
I got hands-on with a bunch of laptops. I don't think that's as exciting.
Yeah, I'm
I
drawing
think
a
it got me
blank
beat.
right now. although it was pretty cool meeting all of the women behind all the sex companies that we interviewed.
That was cool. I mean, like they're you know, they're as legitimate as any other company here. It's why we wanted to pay attention to them, because they're doing interesting things. And yes, it is about, sex in the pleasurable sense, but some of that stuff is actually like important, sex positive. Like, we need to be less puritanical in our views of this stuff, and we can treat it like something that's important in everyone's life. It's important to your health too.
True.
Yeah.
Terrence
All right.
O'Brien,
Yes.
what'd you do this week?
I spent most of the time in the trailer, but I did.
Smells great in there, doesn't it?
Yeah, it smells amazing. All of our lovely
Thanks, guys.
editors. You smell fantastic. Yeah, it was.
It's really like a field of daisies. Do daisies smell good?
I don't even know.
I
man.
assume as such.
Tulips, I don't know.
Sure.
You guys are fucking fresh as
Tiptoe
hell.
through the tulips.
So yeah, I don't know. It's hard to come up with like highlights and lowlights because I didn't spend much time on the floor or see much of anything. But I did yesterday go put on this like exosuit thing that's supposed to make you feel old, and I don't know if I'd call that a highlight because.
Did you guys see the photos that came out of this?
No, I saw the video that Carrie did.
Yeah, we're gonna
but
have
I
a
didn't
video
see
that
Terrence's.
He's in this suit and just sneering resentfully.
Oh, because it's a miserable
Very
experience.
angry about it.
It's so miserable. Like,
Literal suffering for work.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
So does this excuse all the old people always now for you?
Maybe not all the old people always. A little bit more empathetic. Much more convinced they shouldn't be behind the wheel of a car.
Okay.
Yeah, like it was terrible.
So describe it. What are you like? What is it like?
And what age are we supposed to be simulating here?
I don't think they were really specific. 70? Okay, Carrie is saying 70, so I'm gonna trust her. So yeah, you strap into like this 40-pound suit that has all these motors that are supposed to like restrict your motion and simulate arthritis and muscle loss, and then they put a helmet on you with headphones and an Oculus Rift so that they can simulate cataracts and other like vision impairments and hearing loss and all these things. And if there's small children watching, I'm really sorry, but it's fucked up.
Yeah.
It is like a really, it's just like, it really messed me up. Especially, one of the demos they do is they simulate aphasia, which is like a neurological condition that makes it, and basically what they do is they slightly delay your own audio back to you, like such a small amount that you don't even notice it. Like it's almost completely imperceptible until you start trying to say something. And like they had me repeat Mary Had a Little Lamb. That was like the thing for the demo.
Yeah.
And I got halfway through it and couldn't figure out what I was trying to say anymore. Like straight up just lost it and was like, and it freaked me out.
That would be upsetting.
It was really upsetting. Like I'm being dead serious. Like it was extremely upsetting. I was like, this is not okay.
Yeah.
Nothing about this is okay.
So is that the worst part, or was the physical stuff really bad? Like, what was the single most difficult portion
I mean,
of
I
this?
think that was the worst part. That was the part where I went, oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, the physical stuff was rough. When they start cranking up the resistance on the suit and everything, I definitely almost fell on my face at some point because they put you on a treadmill and they, like, simulate arthritis, like, in one leg and then the other. And when they switched from one leg to the next one, I definitely like stumbled and like almost fell face first on the treadmill, which was a little rough.
Yikes.
So it was good.
We got a lot of editors to get through here.
Yeah,
you can check out episode 3 of Torturing Terry on Engadget.com.
Is this only
starting
episode
Monday. 3? Well, I mean, yeah, we got you punched in the face.
Got me electrocuted.
You got electrocuted
And
by
now-
Santa
Gosh,
mask.
did I miss the electrocution?
What?
Oh,
The
wait.
beard. The
Oh,
Santa
the
beard.
beard.
Yeah. And now I've been made to feel like I'm 70 years old.
Yeah.
Anyway, new series coming to you via Engadget.com.
On every screen you could ever want.
Torturing Terry. And I might punch you in the face after this if I've had enough champagne. So
Awesome.
episode 4 is already in the works. Dana, break it down for us. What'd you do this week?
Also spent a lot of time directing traffic behind the scenes.
Yeah, sounds pretty boring.
I spent some time at Unveiled and PepCom, so basically I saved the most stressful moments of the show for myself.
Yeah.
That's
just
great.
to show
That's,
myself I still got it. I still got it.
Good to hear. That's about it for you?
So
low light?
what was the coolest laptop you saw? What was your favorite?
The coolest laptop, I would say, I I really like the Yoga 900S. I mean, I know it's not the first thin and light notebook we've seen, but I'm still very impressed by how thin and how much computer you can stuff into something half an inch thick, basically.
Okay. But are any of these, because we know you wrote an editorial a little bit before CES, would you buy anything you've seen at CES? Would you buy
Depends on the battery life. It
Yeah.
really does.
Okay, fair enough. Anything else about the week, or just sickness and work?
Sickness and a return to health, starting with champagne.
Excellent.
Are we ready to usher on our
let's
next
do it.
two? Okay.
Dana, get off my stage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye, you blockheads.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out, y'all.
Bye, guys.
See y'all later.
Who's up?
Who wants to be next?
Nicole, Billy, come on down. Do we need to bring them up
the
in a
next
little bit
contestants
more?
on.
Where's the where's the music, y'all?
Yeah.
Didn't bring your own music?
Jason, you were supposed to
Rude.
telepathically know that we needed music right then.
Y'all didn't even bring your own music, huh? Would you like a glass
Yeah.
of champagne?
I'm good.
You're good, huh?
Yeah, I had
What happened to you last
had
night?
a little bit too much drink last night.
Okay.
so-
Well, while Christopher's filling them up here, I'd like to introduce you to senior editor Nicole Lee. Hey, Nicole, how's it going?
Good.
She
That
drinks
day.
responsibly, unlike Billy.
She does. And then we also have associate editor Billy Steele. What's happening, Billy?
Somebody get this man a Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
No.
Some emergency.
No. I wouldn't drink a Bloody Mary anyway, so.
You wouldn't?
No.
You don't
It's
drink
not
Bloody
me.
Marys?
No.
What
it's
if it
not
had
me.
whiskey in it?
That
it's mom.
also sounds terrible.
That sounds gross, actually. Whiskey and tomato juice? I don't think so. Not for me.
Whiskey and tomato juice? They call that something somewhere, I'm sure.
Yeah, gross.
There's whiskey in it.
Yeah.
It has to be okay.
But I don't know.
I don't know. You
can
could put whiskey in a lot of things I wouldn't drink.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Nicole, let's
Yes.
start with you.
Yes.
How has your week gone? What's the highlight?
The highlight, the highlight is always meeting everybody from the teams. Always
Yeah.
the highlight.
Yeah.
I think the biggest hype coming into the show is probably the car, the Faraday Future car.
Sure.
But I think it just kind of fell off the radar like after the first day. So sort of like it went up and then just died on the vine.
Yeah. Because there wasn't that much to it. It's like,
Yeah.
it's for one person. Everyone knows it's not a real
And
thing.
as I've pointed out, that shit's ugly.
It is.
Yeah.
It is pretty ugly.
It is. I mean, it looks futuristic, but not the future I want to be in.
Yeah, if the future's that ugly, I'll stay right here.
And it didn't run.
And it didn't work.
That's right.
So-
Like if they had been ripping around the track out here in the parking lot, it probably
I
would be a
wonder if
different
we could,
reception.
one of these days, I'd really like to figure out what percentage of products at CES actually work.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, what do you think? Give a guess. What do you think?
50% probably.
You think about half?
That
About
high?
half. About half is about right.
Okay. I guess so. Because a lot of these things are like phone cases. Of course they work.
Right.
Well, do they? You don't know. Have you tried it on your
I mean, they
Samsung
fit on a
Galaxy,
phone.
whatever you
Isn't
have?
that all they have to do?
Right.
Well, and it's pretty easy to fake like lights coming on.
Sure.
Via
Yeah.
a power switch. So
Yep.
like you can put a power switch on something
And just make some
then-
beep, boop, beep, boop, beep
right.
noises.
Or
Yeah.
have the display light up and show one thing or something.
Yeah.
It's just like a demo loop and not an
I actually
actual
think
thing.
my favorite thing is probably the Volkswagen Buddy quick charging.
Yeah.
Because the fact they can charge up to 80% in 15 minutes, that's a huge game
That's
changer for
crazy. It
EVs
is.
going forward.
Absolutely.
That gets a lot closer to filling your car up with gas, man. That's
Yeah.
why, that was a big deal for me. Though, how did you feel about the way that thing looks? I felt like a lot of people were pretty critical of the way it appears.
It looks like
It's a battery charger and people are being critical?
No. It's
No,
a
the
van that
vehicle
has the
itself.
battery charging in it. So the van itself, it's good.
It's like the VW
good.
van of the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of.
The van.
I mean, I like.
microbus.
I have
Wait,
a
so
friend-
just the van charges like that? You can't, no other car will charge
That's
like
just
that?
the first car
It's
that
the
has it
concept.
in there.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's how they're showing it off to
Hasn't
the world.
Volkswagen been having some problems, or was that somebody else?
Yeah, they've been having some pretty sizable
That's why they're
problems.
here showing off their
Yeah.
electric
Yeah,
vehicle.
they're
option.
giving up fuel entirely.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's probably a smart move, considering.
Yeah, they've taken a beating over the last 6 months. Their stock is not doing so well.
So,
Okay.
Billy,
Yes.
what's going on?
I saw some things.
I think you've
Yeah.
seen a lot of things.
You got wasted?
Well, I think it's just like the collective, like a little bit every night, and then it's the end of the week. So.
Yeah, that's usually how my hangovers work too, Billy.
It's a cumulative situation.
So getting back to the subject at hand,
Your
hangover. No. On a related note, and I feel kind of lame that this was the best thing I saw, but that Samsung refrigerator is pretty awesome.
What was up with that refrigerator?
Explain. So it's a hub for all your connected smart home devices, first of all.
Does it connect to Evernote?
Probably.
Lame.
It's a bad move. That's not a device, but I'll allow it.
Okay.
So it has like a 21.5-inch touchscreen in the door.
Yeah.
And then 6 cameras on the inside that monitor the freshness of your food, when you need to order groceries, which you can do from the door of the refrigerator.
Do you have to tell it when you put groceries in it? To put, like I just put broccoli in there. It's about this ripe. Like, how does it really tell how fresh your food is?
So when you close the door, the cameras take a snapshot of everything that's in there, and then on the touchscreen you assign dates.
Okay.
Like, this needs to stay this long or whatever.
Okay.
But
that seems like a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's not. It was pretty quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
There were some things in the demo refrigerator, just like generic containers, and I think there were like 6 of them.
Yeah.
And it took maybe 20 or 30 seconds to do it, so it's not
Does
too bad.
does it look as good as Yolanda Foster's
I have no idea what you're
refrigerator
talking
Yeah,
about.
not
from the Real
familiar.
Housewives of Beverly Hills?
Sorry.
You can walk into that thing. It's like a display case.
Oh yeah.
And she's got like baskets of fruit overflowing in
Oh,
there.
wow.
Cornucopia of
So it's like
meats and
the
things.
kitchen in Top Chef where they run in and it's like all beautiful.
Yeah, but I think even better. I think it's
Wow.
even better than that.
All right.
I want one of those with a touch screen.
This
or
is
something.
regular refrigerator size.
Well,
So.
you know, can't have them all, right? Can't have them all.
So seriously though, like that's something you could see yourself doing. Like you go grocery shopping, it's not a pain in the ass to like do that.
Well, exactly. And you can, there's like a recipe feature to where you can pull up your recipes. If you don't have the groceries, you can order them, obviously.
From who?
There are, I don't remember the names, but there are 2 services right now, and there's going to be more.
Okay.
But it's all in one, order, pay, have them delivered type situation.
Okay.
But the recipe thing would keep you from having like a tablet on the counter to spill stuff on or whatever. And there's voice guidance. So
Oh,
it
it
kind
talks
of like
to you?
walks you through it. Yeah.
Okay.
I can
Alright,
get
that sounds
into
like
that.
a pretty cool refrigerator. I'll give you that,
Yeah.
Samsung.
But I don't know. There's so much stuff at CES, you kind of feel bad.
Yeah.
And you hear about that, and you're like,
It's a fridge.
I don't know. I think we overlook all the other things in our lives because we're like, you know, tablet, computer,
right.
Yeah.
whatever.
And we see, like, Samsung did the washer last year where there was a washer
the
underneath
baby
it.
washer,
Yeah.
where you put your baby in.
Right, and
Yeah.
so a lot of
Wash the
things,
baby that way?
right, and a lot of things that they do at these shows come off as like gimmicky,
Yeah.
and this actually is practical.
Seems pretty useful.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll buy that. Well, do y'all have anything else, or should we invite the next 2 guests up on stage here? What else? Any lessons learned from the week, Nicole?
Well, I didn't really like a Bluetooth pregnancy test.
Oh yeah, that's right.
yeah.
So
Yeah, that
tell us
went
about the
down pretty
Bluetooth
poorly.
pregnancy test and why it's dumb.
Yeah. Because it's a pregnancy test. It doesn't need to be connected. It doesn't need to have an app.
Everything needs to have an app.
It doesn't need
Haven't
to
you
have
learned
Bluetooth
anything?
in it.
That's got to be like one of the few things that doesn't, like one of the last remaining things that doesn't have an app.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Well, it
doesn't
does now.
What does the app do?
Well, first of all,
What's the purpose of it?
It tells you if you peed correctly on the stick. First of all.
I wish somebody would tell me if I was peeing correctly.
There's usually a piece of paper included with these
How
things.
does it
tells
do
you
that?
right?
I don't know. It sees if it's saturated. Probably have no idea. The second part is that as you're waiting for the results to come in those intervening 3 minutes, you can either read some information about fertility, or you can have it play serene music to calm you down.
What are we talking here?
So you get stage fright?
Like I know Enya.
Yeah.
I have no idea. What kind of,
Enya.
I have no idea what kind
That sounds like torture to me.
Yep.
Or
Torturing Terry.
Oh,
a
we
new
got another
idea.
episode of Torturing Terry.
We gotta get him a pregnancy test.
Or you
The
can
first
select,
response pregnancy test and make him listen to Enya.
Or you can select the entertain me option, where it will play you viral video clips from the likes of BuzzFeed or YouTube.
Oh, hell
In
no.
those 3 minutes, as you're waiting to see if you know your life's gonna change or not. You know, so you want to wait for that.
Here's all these cat
moment
videos. Don't think about
in a
whether or not
woman's
you're about to
life.
have a human child.
So
Yeah.
not something I was a big fan of.
Well,
I can
your
see
article
why.
was amazing. If you guys want to read about how much she hates the pregnancy test, go to whatever our website's called.
Engadget.com.
Anyway, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Yes.
We'll get the next two up here. Joseph, Dan, get on up. Oh, hey, there's that music.
Well done, Jason. Thank you for that.
Would you guys like a glass of champagne? Okay. Did you also have a long night?
Me? No, I did not have a long night.
You're just not drinking today?
I'm not drinking. No. I don't
I
like
will.
champers.
Oh, yes.
Did you have a long night?
Why am I sitting on the crack?
A medium length night.
Because
I was well behaved. That was a good
awful.
boy.
No.
I was in bed by 1.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
All right.
Slanjois.
Cheers.
Oh, yeah.
You need some more of that.
Hold on.
Boom, boom. There you go.
Chin chin. So, let's get this party started. Joseph,
Yeah.
what's up?
Nada mucho.
Oh, I guess I should introduce you.
Yeah.
This is Joseph Volpe, our features editor, and Dan Cooper, senior editor.
I think I'm senior handsome editor now. I think that's...
Handsome?
Yeah,
With that
handsome
beard,
editor.
you bet your ass it is,
Self,
Dan.
self-proclaimed senior handsome editor.
I like this. I like the beard situation we have going
Thank
on
you.
stage right now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's
You
three
are
handsome gentlemen.
Yeah.
If we're
Aw.
gonna start picking our own titles, I'll be king of the world.
Yeah.
Can I be sorcerer?
No.
No. Fine.
Don't ask. You just got to take it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Gotta
Lesson
take what's
learned.
yours,
Lesson
Joseph.
learned. Lesson learned.
So, what was your highlight of the week, Joseph Volpe?
It was speaking to all the psychics, but then I went to Fox's special event for the Martian VR experience, and they put me in a completely almost pitch black room, sat me in a seat, put the Oculus Rift on, and then next thing I knew, as my ship was crash landing onto Mars, I was actually thrown forward because it turned out the chair was a D-Box, like cinematic motion chair. And I let out a cackle. So loud and
Wait, they didn't
embarrassing.
tell you before they strapped you into that thing?
They told me nothing. They didn't strap me in. They were just like, sit down, here you go. But here's
Considering all the like motion sickness kind of stuff that happens with VR, I think that's a dick move right there.
I don't know. I kind of loved it. I just kept cackling
or
the
a
entire
D move as the D.
Or a D move.
Yeah.
So you're
Sure.
sold on the chair movement technology.
I'm sold on it. It's not new. Very, very rich people. Like I'm sure in like Shaquille O'Neal's cribs, he probably had one.
Yeah.
You know, but
And like at Disney World, there have been similar type things, right?
Do they have
Yes.
smell-o-vision built into those chairs?
Well, funny you should say that. When they put the Rift headset on me, I could tell they hadn't been cleaning it very well.
Did it smell like
Because
Aquadegia?
It's, no, I wish. It smelled so disgusting that I actually had to take a deep breath and be like, okay, I'm strapped in for 30 minutes.
Disgusting like what? Like give us a sense.
I wish we could have
You're talking
tested
about
that for our
sweat
after
on
hours
you.
Disgusting
segment.
like
Man
somebody
sweat.
had just gone jogging and then took their sock out and rubbed it
Not good.
across.
Not
your upper
Oh,
lip.
I'm sorry
Not
about that.
okay.
I was there before you.
Thanks.
So, that about it for you?
I would say other than that, yeah.
Let's hold on. I just need to talk about the psychics for a minute.
Sure.
What was the most outlandish thing that the psychic?
Right, why were
that
you
one of
talking
the
to
psychics
psychics
told
in the
you?
first place? Because
Well,
we're speaking in a bubble here. y'all.
That is true. That is true. So I was talking to psychics because I always get those analyst emails saying that they have their predictions for
Right.
the year in tech, and I thought, why don't I actually go to somebody who deals with the future?
Yeah.
Purportedly, and get their predictions. And it was pretty interesting because two of them sort of lined up a lot on like holographic phones that project holograms we interact with for the year.
Okay.
But the best part was the first psychic. On a lark, she had mentioned Steve Jobs, so I said, hey, can you channel him? And she was like, I mean, and then boom, went straight into it, and he's not happy. Yeah. He's
didn't
not
seem
happy
like-
with Apple.
He wasn't happy a lot of the time, I feel like.
No.
Well, R.I.P.
Seriously.
Aaliyah.
You're looking at me as if you want me to speak now.
Dan Cooper, fill in some space. Talk of the afterlife is making me uncomfortable.
It's just a door. Everyone else is on the others. Everyone you've ever loved is on the other side of that door.
Yeah, I don't know if everybody here knows, but this is a portal to the other side.
Yeah.
This right here.
Is it?
Right here.
So, The two big things that I didn't spend a lot of time on the show floor because I was here doing the Engadget challenge. Check it out on Engadget.com. But the two things I got to see, I got to meet a company called MC10.
Oh yeah.
And they are developing basically a very thick Band-Aid that does medical monitoring.
How thick?
Like a couple of millimeters thick. It's
like
not
as thick as one of those laptops Dana was talking about?
No.
That seems uncomfortable,
No.
right?
Comfortable, flexible.
Yeah.
They're using it right now. It's just going out to researchers. But maybe in 10 years' time, that's going to be the future of healthcare. When
Right.
you go into a
Band-Aid?
hospital, yeah, you're going to go into a hospital in 5 or 10 years' time, and instead of hooking you up to an ECG or all of the other stuff, they're just going to stick this Band-Aid on top of your chest, and that's going to be that. And that's pretty amazing.
Yeah. Just like less invasive, right? Easily replaceable.
completely.
I'm confused about how this works, but it sounds good to me.
And it's like, because I've seen this, I remember many moons ago, their BioStamp, when they first rolled that out a couple of years ago, that they did. And it's just like, they call it conformal electronics is their thing, but it's basically like stretchy circuits and stuff that allows this
stretchy,
thing.
flexible circuits.
They can do wireless transmissions and be flexible and comfortable.
You can bend them, you can twist them like a piece of paper.
Yeah.
They are fantastic. And yeah, it's one of those things that it looks boring and stuffy now because it's not going to be everywhere, but give it a couple of years and that's the future
And it's
of
a
medicine.
big improvement for the medical industry. Generally.
Yeah.
You know,
So
less invasive
any
stuff is good.
particularly low moments for you? I know they happened. Knowing you, they had to have.
Low moments. So I don't know. I mean, I felt quite ill, and I used the machine to try and make me feel less terrible.
What machine?
It was. It's called Nirvana.
Okay.
And it beams electrodes into your brain via your ear canal, and they claim that it makes you happy.
Does it?
I don't know.
Oh.
You're nonplussed by the whole thing?
Yeah, like I entered the
corner of the
process
couch over
and
here.
left it feeling similarly miserable in space. No, it's interesting. I want to try it in less stupid conditions.
Okay.
Because the whole idea of anything making you relax in what is basically this noise cauldron,
Yeah.
it's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
True. Well, guys, it's been a blast.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
Well, I mean, I say
I feel like I just took off to the moon, Joseph.
But you don't mean it.
So Matt Smith has gone ahead and rebelled and gotten his own bottle of bubbly going.
Oh, it's like that, is it?
So I guess we'll invite him and somebody else up. James?
Okay.
Oh,
Thank you, gentlemen.
You're planning on going up with Mona. Okay. James and Mona come up. Matt, sit there with your bottle of champagne. And feel ashamed of it.
Yeah, dude, this walk-up music is on point.
What? Champagne? James?
I
What'd
also
y'all
would
do
like
last
some
night?
champagne.
I was at the same place with Dan and, well, basically the rest of the crowd. But I took it easy too. I came back with Dan. I was sensible. What?
I know. Where did Matt Smith
Where's
go
Matt?
with that champagne?
Paging Matt Smith.
Come back with the champagne,
Somebody
Matt
grab
Smith.
another bottle out of the refrigerator, out of the mini fridge in the back, please.
All right, we got it on the
Anybody?
way.
Andy? Anybody?
We're good. Anxiety.
It's en route, I assure you.
We can share.
Oh, no, yeah, we can share, but, you know, that's
You
fine.
don't want to share with him.
All right, this
Let
is
me
it.
tell you.
Engadget Thunderdome, fight to the death for that glass. Tiny thimbleful of champagne.
I think
Two
it's the
editors
first time
enter,
I'm
one
actually-
editor leaves.
It's the first time I'm drinking without being checked for an ID, which is interesting.
Should we
In
be
this
checking
country.
your ID?
Should you? I don't know.
How
No.
old are you?
Yes, I'd like everyone to meet our
Old
new
enough to drink.
16-year-old editor, Mona Lawani.
I'm old enough to drink for sure.
So, introductions.
Yes, okay, let us introduce the people on stage. Mona Lawani, how are you doing, Mona?
I'm good.
Yes.
I survived my first CES.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
I would drink to that.
As would I. I'm with you,
You would, wouldn't
James.
you?
So I'd also
Here's
like
the cavalry.
Our next bottle's coming
Yeah.
up, but while we're doing that,
James True, how are you doing, James?
I'm good.
And you're
Four-time veteran now.
from South Africa?
Yes.
Okay.
So just north of there.
You've got like this weird voice situation. I'm trying to
Unplaceable
place it.
accent. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, running through the motions now. Same old.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah.
so Mona,
Mm-hmm.
highlight for this week.
I actually have a couple. So I had a long chat with Kodak. day before, and I am super excited about the announcement for Super 8. I think more than the fact that they're bringing this amazing analog film camera back this year is the work they've been doing behind the scenes to kind of bring the ecosystem for film back. So it was interesting to find out that they've sort of been working with a bunch of Hollywood studios and filmmakers, and they've sort of formed a coalition to make sure they're buying film for the next 2 years. So I think it's awesome that they're also kind of bringing processing labs back in New York just so films can be shot again. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that.
Cool. Are you going to shoot film? Like, are you going to get one?
I kind of want to learn.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good camera to start with, for sure. It looks easy enough to use, and it's actually designed really well, so it's pretty.
Yeah,
I want to use it. Yeah.
Is it super throwbacky in design, or does it have like
It
kind of
is.
a modern
I
aesthetic
think
to
they've
it?
kept the vibe for sure. Like one half of it, when you slide it open, you kind of put the film canister in. I think just the process of putting film in feels pretty retro.
Yeah.
And on the other side, there's a viewfinder, which is super contemporary. So it's a nice mix of kind of old and new, and that's the vibe they're going for anyway.
And Kodak's making the film too?
Yes, they've been making film, which I was a little surprised to find out.
Yeah.
They're the last manufacturer of film.
Right.
So yeah, they're gonna make it. You can shoot the film and kind of send it back to them. They're gonna process it for you.
Yeah.
They give you a 4K file back and the film, so you can kind of choose what you want to do with it. Which
Do you
is
think
cool.
they have restrictions about what you can send them?
I doubt it.
That sort of thing only occurs to people like Michael over here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I didn't even think about that.
That's how I get down.
Yeah. God, get your mind out of the gutter, Michael.
Perpetually there. That's why I like to watch VR porn in front of my coworkers.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
James?
It's got to be Megadrone, right? That's just off the charts insanity.
Yeah.
Nobody's actually flown in that thing.
Right. But they
it's a
showed the
real
video.
thing.
To be fair, we received the information, ahead of time. Sometimes that happens, and I was kind of like intrigued and cautious, but I was like, I didn't believe it really. And then
Yeah.
they showed me a video that was kind of really bad. I was like, you've done some
You
trickery.
could see the fish
Right.
wire
Well, it's
coming
like
in.
they showed some guy getting into it, and then they showed it flying, and it was kind of like looked at it smaller, like a scale model. But then we went to the presentation, and they kind of gave you this whole backstory, amount of work that went into it, and it's like, it's a long con to make all this stuff up, right? And then they unveiled the item, and there it is. You can see it. I mean, they can't show it flying.
Yeah.
But as a feat of engineering, they've definitely done some stuff.
Yeah.
So I think maybe it's like proof of concept.
Did I just hear you say they've definitely done some stuff?
Yeah. They've done some
That's
stuff.
an impressive feat.
Yeah.
Well, but I mean, it's an audacious idea regardless.
I think a lot of it might be about brand. Their brand is really done well out of this EHang.
Yeah.
So no one cared about them beforehand. They were just another. They made drones for carry GoPros, regular stuff.
Right.
Now people are talking about them. But they really insist that this will be a product in 6 months.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Well, I mean, I believe that the thing can fly, but getting it to fly with human beings in it is a whole.
Just
different
like Ryan
thing.
McKnight, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I believe I can fly.
I do believe I can fly. R. Kelly.
And
I thought that was Ryan McKnight.
I don't know. I mean, R. Kelly samples a lot of stuff, but he sings a song where he says those words.
Okay. Well.
I believe you can fly, Michael.
Say what?
I believe that you can fly. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I have the faith.
Let's
appreciate
test that
that.
theory. Why don't you stand up there and
just leap off?
I'm into it. Are you
That makes
guys?
sense.
Yeah.
It's hazard pay.
All right, let's
when
do
I
it.
hurt myself real bad.
No?
No, not today.
All right. You guys have anything else you want to add before we kick you off the stage?
Not really. It's been pretty good. Most of the Intel drone was pretty interesting as well. That was just kind of a geeky thing.
The
but,
unique with real sense.
Yeah, it solves the problem. The drones are pretty smart, but they still bang into trees, and this kind of like solves that. So that's pretty cool.
Which is important.
Well,
Yeah, I think because it's my first CES, I'm pretty much excited about everything right now.
Yeah.
I'm probably
That
going to
will
have a few
fade.
dislikes
All of it
next
was great.
year.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's going to fade. I'm scared of that.
So you weren't. So you're like, it's been a good CES for your first
I
one.
loved
You're
it.
happy about it.
I'll be honest, I was pretty scared. I've
Yeah.
heard so many horror stories, right? But I loved it.
Hell yeah.
It was a
And
good
you look
experience.
relatively healthy. What's your trick?
I've been sleeping.
That's key.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Skipping the parties and sleeping.
maybe also that contract you signed with the devil before you showed up.
Working out well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys.
Yes.
Thanks
Thank
for coming
you
out.
guys. Thank you both.
Thank you.
And we will usher on our next pair. Matt Smith
Mallory?
and Mallory John.
Eminem,
Come
y'all.
on down.
Come on up.
Or up.
She got her head on fleek, legs on fleek. Just got it did so her hair on fleek. Got her nails on fleek. Everywhere
Hey. Would y'all like some of this Bel Air whatever?
Sharing glasses is a little bit unsanitary, but when has that stopped me drinking booze? Please.
You're not sharing glasses.
Oh, these are
all
fresh.
new.
Dude, we did a whole show about how you can get
I
sick
probably
of
shouldn't be drinking this, but why not?
What kind of Mickey Mouse operation do you think we're running up here?
I mean, Social Mallory said she wasn't going to be drinking some champagne, but look at her now.
Who dat?
Shameless.
Yeah.
Did you just say who dat to me?
Huh?
Did you say who dat?
No, I didn't say that.
I
Who
was
you
like,
talking
okay.
about? Huh?
You guys are getting gradually a little bit tipsy.
I'm not tipsy.
No.
I didn't wake up and start chugging that whiskey from last night. I didn't do that.
Anyway, cheers. Happy CES.
Cheers. Happy
Cheers.
CES.
Hey, hey. get in
Okay,
there.
got you.
Jeez.
Look at each other in the eyes, otherwise bad luck happens.
Oops. So, Matt Smith.
Matt Smith.
Our man in Japan. Mallory Johns, our
Hello.
social media maven.
Yes. Making the magic
How are
happen.
y'all today?
A little tired.
I'm feeling amazingly refreshed because I just went back and slept.
Congratulations.
Well done.
Good for you.
Good choice.
Yes. But yeah, it's been a good show. It's been lots of crazy, fun stuff to see. I got my back massaged by a hooded jumper.
I saw that. Is it
For those,
like legit?
For those who don't understand what Matt's talking about, a hooded jumper
I
is
thought
actually
jumper
a
was the right
sweatshirt with
word.
a
Yeah.
hood on it.
No.
For everyone watching at home.
Sweatshirt.
Because that's how everyone that's watching at home actually
They're nodding.
talks.
The Americans are nodding. And the
Sweatshirt,
Canadian.
everyone. He
Oh,
means
a hoodie.
sweatshirt.
I see.
That's right.
Anyway, it was surprisingly, there was a fair bit of oomph behind it. It wasn't like, a scumbag hotel massage.
It's not like is it like Magic Fingers? You know what Magic Fingers is? You throw a couple quarters into the machine by your bed and it just like shakes you.
No, it's not like that.
I know those.
I mean, it gives a fair bit of pressure at parts of your back, and the good thing is you just wear it while you work, which is kind of awesome. And it's for like people like us that work at a desk and like truck
Hunched
drivers. I'm not sure how
over
many
all
truck
day.
drivers are into, pressure point massage, but
Yeah. They
Truck
probably
drivers are?
should be.
are they?
I would assume so. That's why there are all those massage parlors and truck stops.
Yeah.
There are?
No, there's
Oh yeah,
not.
in America there's
There's not.
truck stop.
I
massage
haven't been to
parlors
as many
everywhere.
truck
That's not
stops
fair.
as
You're getting
Christopher
an
Trout.
education at CES 2016.
They do deep tissue, Swedish, whatever. They'll beat you with some spruce.
Shiatsu.
Beat you with some Swedish wood.
Yeah. So what was your highlight aside from said hoodie?
Aside from
Do you have
said
anything
hoodie,
else?
oh man, I got to see that LG display roll-up TV thing,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is
That's pretty sweet.
I've been chasing
Did
that
you get
all
to
week.
touch it, or was it only LG people that got to
Off
touch
the
it?
record, I totally touched it.
What?
They just didn't see me.
Nice.
Well,
And
now
like you
the
rolled it
entire
up, or you
internet
just like.
knows.
That's the
Just
last
kinda
time
poked
we'll
it.
be
Well
invited
done.
to an LG
And
press conference.
and this is
Thank
my
you.
last word. Yeah, my last
Yeah.
words on Engadget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys saw it here.
Yeah, you saw
Matt
Matt get
Smith's
fired.
last day at Engadget.
Yeah.
It's been great knowing you.
Yeah, I've known Mallory for a whole week,
Well
and
done.
that's all I'll know her for.
Yeah.
Mallory Johns.
Yes, Christopher
What
Trout.
is up?
Nothing much.
How was your week?
Yeah.
It started off with me being sick, and it's ended with me still being sick. So that's
sounds
my
about
CES
right.
experience.
CS, not the place you come to get healthy. Definitely not. Not a recovery
I've gone through a
situation.
roller coaster ride of health issues this week. So
Like I started off with a really high fever, and then it's just turned into this horrible cough. So.
But
here
you
we
toughed
are.
it out, and you did a
Sounds
great job this
delightful.
week.
Was that your
Thank
highlight?
you.
Yes.
My
Highlight or
highlight
lowlight?
actually hasn't happened yet. Supposedly, I'm going to be seeing HTC Vive after this.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I'm excited about
Well,
doing
hopefully
that too.
that's your highlight. In
And
which
then
case,
also going to Intel's keynote.
okay.
Oh,
was
yes.
Quite an experience.
Where you saw the Segway?
Oh my gosh. I'm like
It's a
the only
life-changing
person
Segway.
on staff who
The
loved
most
that
divisive
Segway.
gadget at Engadget ever.
Yeah.
I'm like the only person on
Yeah.
staff who liked it. But
We'll talk
No,
about
no, you're not.
Nate
You're not.
Ingram is
And
Okay,
also,
yay,
a huge
good job.
fan.
I'm with Nate on this, but I know Mona,
Segway
who
for
hates
life, I
fun,
think he has
is
a
not.
tattoo on his
and
back
it's
now.
a robot
Yeah.
with an emoji face that can
That
respond
follows
to
you
you
around.
and follows you around. What's not to like?
So cute.
It's cute. It's kawaii. It's a
I
robot.
guess.
You know me and robots. Oh, how was Pepper, by the way?
Pepper is so cute.
Pepper
Didn't
is
you
good.
see our Vines? Follow
I've-
Engadget on Vine and you can watch Pepper dancing.
I mean,
Yes.
Pepper's this Japanese-French robot that I've only ever seen speak Japanese, so I kind of wanted to see it in English.
Yeah.
It was
Adorable.
really good.
It's pretty adorable.
There's a nice little Vine or Instagram
So-
video where it kind of came up
so
to you.
here's-
Just kind
That
of-
was, yeah.
It
Yeah,
found
that
you
one
and
as well.
came.
It was all
We've been
me.
calling Pepper she the whole time, and the people that make it, it's a him.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
But the voice was very feminine.
Or
I think it's just cute.
And
Or
pepper.
hey y'all, maybe there's a possibility that this robot is gender non-specific.
That's
oh,
a good
damn.
point.
Welcome to
shit.
2016.
Yeah, milk is more than life.
Yep. I mean, real talk.
Just putting it out there.
Yeah.
What about?
This is true.
I was just saying, I was remarking on the fact that I thought it was amusing that we were all assuming one thing and they are in another.
I think that we were just taught a lesson here.
We learned something.
We're all wrong.
Don't make assumptions because it makes an ass out of you and assumption.
Correct.
And in the end, we're all wrong. The robots are right.
Yep.
Anything you guys would like to add before we unceremoniously throw you off the stage?
Can I take my booze with me?
Yeah,
Sure,
we're allowed.
go ahead.
Nope.
Yay.
Pour it back into the bottle. We give it to
Actually,
the
yeah,
next
you're gonna have
person.
to share that with the next person.
Thank you very much
we
for having
we
us.
appreciate it.
Thank
Have
you.
a great,
Mallory,
have a
Thank
great
you.
week
very
or
much.
Bye,
whatever.
everyone. Love you, Mum.
Get off the stage so we can get somebody
All
else up
right.
here.
Next up, who do we have? Devendra and Chris Velasco. Come on down.
Hey, y'all.
Everywhere on fleek. Don't act like you don't know and you don't care. So she got her head on fleek, legs on fleek. Just got it did so her hair on fleek. Got her nails on fleek. Everywhere on fleek. Don't act like you don't know and you don't care. So
Check it out. Gentlemen.
Hello.
Devendra Hardawar. Chris Velasco.
Would y'all like a glass of champagne?
I think I'd love that, actually. Can
I'd like
we
a
make
little
this
bit.
happen?
I don't think it's actually champagne. Sorry.
Is it brose?
It's
It is completely
careful.
rosé.
Yeah.
This is Rick Ross's rosé.
These things don't pour
Sparkling
themselves,
rosé.
Devendra. So
I like how
That's
our
Rick
listeners
Ross's Chardonnay in high definition. You
we're
know what I'm
probably
saying?
all drunks, according to our viewers.
I thought that was already established.
This is the whole point of this.
Let's talk. What'd you do this week, Devendra?
I did a lot of running around.
Yeah.
I think the coolest thing I saw was the Intel Compute Stick, which I think we talked about on stage.
We
A
did.
Little bit of, it's a tiny little stick, plugs right into an HDMI port, and it's a full computer.
Okay.
And that's just insane to me, like the amount of power they were able to put into that.
And you saw it when it was not so great. So why is it so great now?
Well, last year's model had a really slow processor, only had one USB port, which is really weird too, because how are you going to plug in a keyboard and mouse with that? You have to have a hub and everything. This new one has more USB ports, it's faster, and they even plugged in like Core M3 and M5 processors. That's the same thing that's in the MacBook.
Sure.
That's pretty crazy.
That's pretty
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. So are you going to get one? Is this like worth your dollars?
Well, right now I'm testing one,
Okay.
and we'll be reviewing it soon. But I think for the entry-level one's $159. For a lot of people, that is a nice little machine. That's something, you have a spare monitor, plug it in. That's a nice little computer for your kid or something.
For sure.
And this is a Windows 10 computer?
Yeah, it comes with Windows 10.
Right on.
Word. Chris
So
Velasco?
Hey, hi. I mean, do you guys ever experience, so you go to a show like this or like an MWC, and then you learn stuff and you take it all in, and then you sort of regurgitate it and post in videos, and then at the end of the day, you don't even really know what you saw?
Yeah.
I don't remember any
I
of
know
that.
that
That's
feeling.
never happened to me.
That
It's
has
like a
happened
steel
to me.
trap. It's a gold mine and a steel trap all at once.
But one thing did stick out because it transported me away. So this is very much the year of VR at CES,
Yep.
right? And there's Vive and there's Oculus Rift, and I got to try precisely none of those.
Yeah.
But
Congratulations.
I know. I feel like that's an achievement in and of itself. But I
It
mean,
was all Google Cardboard for you this week?
pretty much.
Just holding your phone really close up to your face.
It feels like I'm in it.
But so I'm rolling through Eureka Park and I see this contraption, it was designed originally to be this like weirdo exercise machine that's meant to replicate flying.
Exercise machine. We've seen how
But
how
it looks
sexy
like
that
some
thing
kind
is.
of sex rack or something.
Yeah.
I couldn't begin to understand how it actually works, but like whatever. So you strap yourself in. Hey, Wildcat.
It's okay, dude.
What's
Just
happening?
focus.
Yeah.
Just focus on the
Right.
task at
Yeah,
hand.
okay.
Pretend like Terry's
Well,
not even there.
I'm really,
Yeah, who invited
I'm really
Terry
enjoying
on
this.
stage?
Heavy petting.
So anyway, you strap yourself into this rig. Your ankles are in stirrups. You're holding onto these bars. Your ass is in the air. You've got you've got cardboard on your face, basically.
Really? It was cardboard?
It was Gear VR, but it's
Gear
it's
VR.
pretty
Might as
close.
well be.
Okay.
Right. So you're flying. You've got you're flying over some fjords. You've got to like shift your weight around to just sort of maneuver over this beautiful Arctic landscape.
Sure.
And some like guy was running past the booth, so we got this like rush of cold air. And for one single beautiful moment, I was not in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
far away from
So
the
wait,
sun.
they have
we all
like
got
a
a good
fan
look at
blowing.
your underwear, so.
That's true.
Yeah.
I make no bones about it. I have good underwear taste.
Yeah. Wait. Was
I don't know about that.
Man, that's like an arrow through the heart.
Yeah.
Sorry. You wear sports undies.
I mean, sometimes I need that support when I'm doing
Yeah,
my thing.
man.
You
right?
need technical underwear.
Yeah.
That's what.
Technical underwear to go with my sensor-laden shirt.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it's breathable.
Yeah. On a good day.
Back to the task at hand and off of Chris Velasco's unmentionables. Where, like, was there a fan blowing a breeze in your face? To make
No,
it feel
there
like
should
it?
have been.
So it's
That
just
would
like
have sealed
audio
the
and
deal.
visual.
Audio
Okay.
and visual, yeah, exactly. But after a few moments, like, at first it feels like someone's tricking you into exercising, which is the worst kind of exercise.
Yeah.
But after you sort of embrace it, you sort of get a sense of how your minute body movements shift and help you cut through the air. And it was a very strangely cathartic experience.
That sounds pretty
Did
cool.
you have a similar olfactory experience as the one that Joseph had?
Oh, unfortunately, no.
Yeah.
Next year, hopefully.
Sounded pleasant.
Yeah. Maybe if you're lucky.
Well, you guys have anything you want to add?
I would like to ask Terrence what he's doing right now. Hey, buddy.
He's just being super creepy.
Just hanging out with you,
I'm gonna pretend you're not here.
Have you
But
guys
can
talked
we
about?
raise a glass to the best team in tech right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Cheers. Well done. Well said.
To all y'all.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Have you guys talked about how it's like a retro year in tech? Because that's kind of weird.
We have not yet spoken about that. Would you like to speak about it?
It's just really weird that we saw several turntables.
Wow, wow.
The Super 8 thing.
Yeah, like
It's
odd retro
what's old
things.
is new again. I
Yeah,
guess.
it's so true.
Yeah, and it's like a throwback. I guaranteed Super 8 cameras have been introduced at CES in the past.
Yeah. It's like I mean, is this just a kind of an over-glamorization of analog days, or is it legitimately better, do you think?
I think a lot of it's just nostalgia, but it's also like it feels like a reaction to a lot of tech we've seen at CES, like 3D TVs and maybe some of 4K that hasn't lived up to the hype. So now we're kind of like we want to go back to something that was fulfilling. It's just kind of interesting to see.
Yeah. It's like simpler can sometimes
I'm
be
totally
better.
into it.
Yeah.
If I could just walk around with a giant rotary phone all the time, I would.
Speaking of which, Velasco.
Yeah.
You bought that giant Zach Morris phone.
Best.
I know this
purchase
isn't a
I've ever-
CES
No,
thing,
it's not
but-
CS.
Yeah.
If it was here, which it might be in like one of the weird like marketplace
Yeah, I
booths.
bet it's in the South Hall maybe.
Yeah,
somewhere.
the Mode Corona, $100, basement of a Chinese mall known for knockoffs. Best purchase ever. It weighs like 4 pounds. It
It's
looks
gold.
It's gold.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah, I knew
Boom.
Trout would like
Done.
that. Yeah.
All you have to say, it's gold.
Can we order some for like everybody at Engadget? Can we make
Sure.
this
Can we
happen?
get? Can we work with them on an Engadget branded version of that?
But they'd have to spell Engadget wrong.
I don't think
like
that we
Ern
currently have a
Gergay.
store, but I
It'll
would
just
open
be
up an
Engadget.
Engadget store just for
One
that.
tiny supplier booth like back there is very excited right now.
Yes.
We're making
We're
their
coming
day.
for you.
They smell an
It's happening.
opportunity.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys.
All right, gentlemen.
I think
Thank
we're ready
you.
for our next victims.
Who's up next?
We've got Nate Ingram and
Carrie
Davis, and
Davis.
a half and half Carrie Davis over there. Come on up, y'all. I'm gonna check out my hair because I let that down with abandon. I'm not so sure about it.
It looks. What up? Do it. Take it. All right. I assume that both of you would care for a cup of bubbling.
You assume correctly, sir.
Here
You've
we
been
go.
torturing us for the
All
last
right, I'm
hour
gonna
or more.
do the pouring. I'm gonna let Trout do the narrating for me.
Okay. So, what's up, y'all?
Hey.
How you doing?
Well, I've seen better days, but at this point, I think I've had a couple of glasses of whatever this is, so I'm doing okay.
It's
This is
rosé,
awesome.
man.
This
Yeah,
is
it's
like
good.
last day. I am happy.
Aren't
I'm
you feeling good?
Super stoked, yeah.
Does it feel as good as the first day when we went and saw Britney Spears together?
I don't know if anything can tell. Yeah, I've had some good moments.
Why wasn't I invited to this shit?
Sorry.
You didn't get here Saturday night.
Busted.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you can't win them all.
This guy says he's seen some cool stuff. Ooh. Oh,
I'll
thanks.
believe it.
Real
Cheers,
champagne.
everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To
Cheers.
another
Happy CES.
great year at CES.
Yeah.
Depending on who you ask.
So
All right,
everybody
Nate.
likes to complain about CES, but I really don't think it's that bad.
Yeah.
I think it's fun. I think there's interesting stuff here.
Tell us about it.
All right, well, I got to see a 3D printed model that was made from an asteroid.
That was super
Which is
cool.
That
pretty
was really rad.
Yep. And I think, like, who knows if what
planetary resources wants to do is ever going to happen. I'm sure it'll be completely different than what they're talking about now.
Yeah.
But the idea of getting a 3D printer into space and building things up there with the resources that are floating through space is a pretty wild idea.
Yeah. So let's set this up, though, Nate. What is Planetary Resources, in case people at home don't know?
They are this company that their tagline, or people have given this tagline, they're an asteroid mining company.
Right.
But they really are just trying to find resources in space that people can use to build things once we get off the Earth.
Right.
And so what they did was they took a meteorite that landed millions of years ago and processed it and put it through a 3D printer and actually made a print with it. So that's the first 3D printed object made from material that's not on the planet.
Right.
And what was the object again?
It was basically a little model of that resembled one of their spaceships that they're working with. So the model itself is kind of less important than what they can do with it.
Right.
No.
Do they have gold in space?
They have platinum group metals, which are very rare and valuable.
Well, it's not gold, is it?
It's not
better than gold. It's
better
space
than
gold.
Yeah,
Let's just call it space gold.
I don't know.
And let's see, what else did I see? The other thing that I saw that was pretty cool is that Carl Zeiss, the German lens makers,
Yep.
have figured out a way to make smart lenses that will actually make you be able to have a pair of Google Glasses type devices that don't look incredibly intimidating and dorky.
Yeah.
It'll basically look like normal
There is
glass.
nothing intimidating about Google Glass.
Okay, intimidating is the wrong word, but just weird and off-putting, perhaps.
Like you would never
Off-putting
leave your
is a good
house,
one.
never walk on the street in public. Yeah.
So these
it's
things,
better.
once they get it to where they want to get it, you basically won't be able to tell that there's much going on. It looks like a bifocal. There's some, slight variations in the lens, but you can project onto it from the device. And they're going to try and get those lenses out to manufacturers and use those. So if there's going to be a wearable that doesn't look horrible, it's going to be because of technology like that.
Yeah.
I have a question for you.
What's that?
Are you recording me right now?
Yes.
God damn.
What?
And I got the Google Glass on.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You're feeling yourself today. It's cool.
What's that?
Wouldn't that make you happy? You're feeling yourself.
You're looking good, man. You're looking good.
I like to know from what angle you're coming at me,
Okay.
And
All
also,
angles.
I'm feeling a little greasy. Can somebody get my makeup person up here?
Heathrow Franklin.
Right, where is
Cliff
Heather?
paging Heathrow Franklin.
I have one more best of CES,
All
which
right,
is
go
that I
ahead.
got to see Star Wars last night finally.
Oh, congratulations.
Oh, how did you go this? I'm shocked. How did you go this long?
I didn't get
seeing it?
spoiled. I don't know how. I'm on the internet constantly, but
Yeah.
I managed to keep it clean. Yeah.
Especially on this staff.
Good flick.
How
Yeah.
was it?
I really liked it.
It
I'm not
came
even a huge
nerds.
Star Wars fan, but I really
Was it
liked it.
as good as Titanic?
Almost.
Okay.
So
That's
much
my
better than
take.
Ringing
Titanic.
endorsement for Star Wars,
Yeah.
y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carrie Davis,
I've had a great week.
I feel like I've seen too much of you this week.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I think we all have,
Likewise.
really.
No, really. I mean, CES for me is like, for in case you missed it, besides the big like Intel, Sony, all of those sort of things, this is like in case you missed it, paradise.
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Incredible things.
In case you missed it, is her show.
Ow.
It's on every
just the
day.
worst.
I'm sorry, I've had a couple.
So it started
Trout's
off
feeling
right.
himself.
It started off right. We went out into the desert with this company, Air Dog,
Yeah.
and they took us. We went mountain biking right outside of Red Rocks Canyon, and got to test out this drone that follows you. There are things like that, of course, that exist, but this
Yeah.
thing was really cool in that it was so simple. You didn't have to worry about the navigation. It has different algorithms to follow you based on your activity.
Okay.
So it was a smart drone.
So you just say what you're about to do, and then it knows how to follow you?
Exactly, and
Okay.
like basically
Kind of like the
what
Segway
speed.
robot.
Kind of like but it
We really have
only
to talk
14
about that?
minutes of battery life, and I
14 minutes is
I
not
apparently
enough.
had it out for about 13 minutes. It started beeping at me really, and I was like, I better land this thing, and then
Yeah.
it
And then,
basically
your vest exploded.
It didn't land on you, right?
it crash landed on my bike,
Did it really?
Oh,
and
dang.
it took a chunk out. I was
Chunk out of what?
of the router of the blade. It took a little
Not the
chunk.
router.
The CEO was like, it's fine. That was the typical move
Well, that
for me.
seems-
But the exoskeleton suit Terrence wore, I also wore. Yeah, I had a different experience. The hearing loss for me was
the
like
freakiest?
brutal.
Yeah.
Apparently we all do this, right? We're so used to looking at people when they're talking to us. So I just ended up lip reading because they really make it so that you almost complete hearing loss.
Yeah.
How are you at lip reading?
Apparently really good.
Let's try it.
Okay. Damn it, do it again.
Told you.
Yeah, right. So that was really devastating. I got like teary-eyed, sad.
Yeah.
The suit totally works. It's from Genworth. They make this empathy exoskeleton suit where they
Yeah.
like put you through this thing, and yeah, it works.
Is there an upside though to? I mean, I guess retirement.
What's that?
Is there an upside to it, like retirement?
Is that just your dream, your life goal? You're like, no, it's gonna be amazing. Shut up.
Yeah.
I don't care if I lose my hearing.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Florida's nice, right, guys?
I think it's great. It's really good on your joints. Yeah.
Well, anything else you guys want to add before we?
VR wise, I am not a gamer, but I was super into the Omni, that treadmill.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
What? And it's kind of cheap. It's not. I mean, for what it is,
Yeah.
it's a whole like
Did
they
you try
strap
it?
you in. I tried it. Rad. And you killed robots and drones, which is basically it's like practice, like
Yeah.
what we'll be doing one day anyways.
Yeah. So you want to get your sharpshooting skills
It
on
was
point.
super great. And Jonathan, our photographer, one of the photographers who works at Engadget and
Yeah.
editors, Jonathan did it, and he's former military. And I had just gone and felt like super tough, right? And then he strapped himself and he
And it's just wrecking.
he was amazing.
Wrecking it,
But you
yeah.
still look like such a nerd. It doesn't matter. It's super fun.
Yeah.
Like
Doesn't
so
matter
you're
how
like-
much military experience you
You
have.
don't care how
He
ridiculous
even,
you
I'll
look.
show you
it's
the
fun.
video. Even Jonathan looked like a super nerd.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It was super. It was great.
I was
Everyone
gonna
should
say,
try it.
The one other thing I saw, I spent Tuesday with Chris Velasco and Devindra going to the biggest press conferences. We did
Yeah.
live blogged LG, Samsung, and Intel, and a couple other folks did Sony, I know. And I gotta say that all of those, well, the first three were pretty disappointing. Intel was interesting and weird, but the other ones were just very low key and not exciting this year, I have to say, which is kind of a bummer.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the big ones really failed to bring it on the level that some of the smaller people.
Weird Samsung was not here this year, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Weird
it's like
Sony was here.
Yeah, but it wasn't good Sony, and Sony's usually really good, I feel.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a continuation of recent trends, though, right? It's like CES is far more about the weird, the unusual, than it is about the big boys at this point, which is good. I mean,
Sure.
I like that about the show. Honestly,
Yeah.
it makes it a lot more interesting than
Agreed.
seeing
The
some
quirk
new.
is where it's at.
Yeah,
you
but it's-
would you would feel that way,
But it's
Carrie.
fun when you do get to see something good from the big guys.
Yeah, well,
Instead, we have
I
this
like it when they
creepy
take
VR
risks.
thing next door.
Yeah, like it's about risk, right? They aren't going out there like some of the coolest stuff that Samsung had at the show isn't even in their booth. It's like they're weird coming out of their weird research lab, and they're like hiding it, and that's
Yeah, we want
the
to
most
see
interesting
wave
things.
that freak flag.
Yeah, man,
Bring
everybody
it.
wants to see it. That's the good stuff.
Well,
Agreed.
thanks,
y'all.
guys.
Yes. Thank you.
Up next, we have a couple of other people. Nobody looks
Andy,
real excited to
is
get
it
up
Andy
here.
and Robbie? Do we have? Are y'all next?
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Come on down, y'all.
Roadies.
I need some water. Did you guys pick your own intro music?
Yes.
Specially requested. Robbie has a whole playlist. He has walk-up music playlists that he
I have
keeps.
walk-up music for everywhere I go.
Yeah.
Just
Any
so everybody
event
knows
that
that
I walked in, that music
It's
started
really
playing.
weird. He has like this vest that's all Bluetooth speakers that he just walks around with and just like.
You're like a walking boombox.
Yeah, man.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's good.
So, Andrew Tarantola.
Hello.
Roberto Baldwin.
Hola.
Welcome to hell.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, we're about to leave.
Andy, would you like a beverage?
Absolutely.
Okay.
yes.
Oh, I forgot.
And just so y'all know,
What a
Roberto does not
terrible
partake.
host.
Otherwise, of
I
course,
don't-
if you
I don't
want
drink.
something, we would definitely give you some champagne.
Would you like some of my half-drink water?
No.
I have a sinus infection. I'm pretty sure it's not contagious.
It's only a slight amount of backwash in there. It's not that bad.
Like 50% of drinks are backwash anyway, or I heard something somewhere.
Giving him the
to that
big boy
effect.
pour. That's the big
Cheers.
boy pour. Cheers. Oh man, we got the T on that logo's getting scratched off there.
Oh,
we gotta
no.
be careful. All right. So let's get into this. Andy, I'll start with you. So you haven't been to CES in a while, right?
Not since about 2011, no.
So how was your week coming back to CES?
Well, I actually took a look at my Fitbit just before I came on stage. It looks like I've walked a little more than 50 miles so far this week.
Whoa.
50 miles,
50
huh?
miles, yeah.
Wow. That's a lot more than I was expecting. Good work, man.
It was a lot more than I was expecting, too,
Yeah.
But I think the coolest thing that I saw so far this CES was, as Carrie said earlier, the Virtuix Omni, the VR walking around thing.
Yeah.
The VR walking around thing.
Yes,
You guys,
that's the technical term,
For a
in
group
fact.
for a group of writers, y'all have been real eloquent today.
Yeah.
Good job, y'all.
Rocking around. Felt good. VR.
That one guy did some stuff with the thing, and it rolled up. So cool.
Technology thing. I put it on my, and it was awesome with this stuff. Awesome.
I'm just saying, I'm on point. Y'all should try a little bit harder.
So tell us about the VR walking around thing.
Well, it's hard to describe. It's a virtual treadmill. So you've got these little super slippery shoes that you put on. They've got little trackers on them.
Yep.
You strap yourself into the thing on a lower body harness, which, if done correctly, is quite flattering to the crotchal region.
Right, yeah, it frames it quite nicely. I've been in one of those before.
And then
It's a harness?
It's a what now? Yeah, it's a harness.
It's like so you don't fall down in the thing.
Exactly. And it basically
We saw
supports...
It's like what
Spears
Britney
wearing
wore.
one of those,
It's
yeah.
very similar.
Yeah, and then you put on a VR headset and run around. Quite
And
literally.
what's the game that you were playing?
It was a generic base defense thing.
Okay.
You just point and shoot and...
A what?
Right. Base defense. There's a...
Is that like capture the flag?
Yes, but it's the opposite side of that. So instead of like going to capture the flag, you're keeping people
You must
from
protect
capturing
this
your
house.
flag. Exactly.
I see.
Yeah.
Games, y'all.
Trout, super into first-person shooters. Can't you tell?
Is that like capture the flag? like your 70-year-old grandmother asking you about video games. Is that like capture the flag? Is that like kick the can?
Is that similar to backgammon? Does it involve a birdie? Can I have tea while I'm doing it?
Are there dice? Do you have to roll the dice?
Can somebody get me some Vicks Vapor Rub?
Have a hard candy.
Yeah. So, Robbie, what was the best thing you saw at CES this year?
I saw a lot of cars this year at CES.
Man, you did. You had all the car things.
All the cars. And CES is the car show now.
Yeah.
That's it. It's an auto show. Detroit next week, but it's really... The car technology is coming out this week, especially with like Volkswagen, the Buddy, their quick charging technology is coming out in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Or a couple weeks. Couple years.
A couple weeks, yeah.
Everything with cars is a couple years.
Yeah.
But no, it's really exciting. As a car guy and a guy who likes technology, like this was great.
It's a very exciting time.
I have a question. Do you own a car?
I do own a car.
What kind of car do you own?
I have a Fiat 500.
Do you have the Gucci edition?
No, they were out.
That's cool.
They were out. Yeah, the Converse
He wanted.
edition.
He went in. Yeah. He went into the dealership thinking Gucci edition, but then they didn't have one.
Yeah, they was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can smell the Gucci on you right now.
Yeah. But no, the car technology that's coming out. The Faraday Future, completely ridiculous.
Yeah.
Very much old school, like auto show, like showmanship.
Yeah.
But at the base, like that modular architecture is pretty dope.
Yeah.
Do you like the way that one looked?
No.
Yeah.
No, it looks like something I drew when I was 8.
Yeah.
Like you're bored. I'm in 3rd grade. I'm just like doodling random stuff in my folder.
You know, that's how Michael still draws.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen this guy's handwriting?
It's the worst.
I'm pretty sure he stopped progressing at the age of like 10.
It's funny. Thank God for computers.
He's like, forget dexterity.
My handwriting
Also, have you
is the
seen him
worst.
type? Because it's like this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
Seriously,
sad.
I found, so this was last year over the Christmas break. I go see my parents and I'm opening up some boxes of Christmas decorations and I find this picture that I had drawn in the 4th grade and I had written my name, like printed it on the back, exactly the same as it is now. No change.
And this,
Zero
and this is the
progression.
man. This is the man who holds your future.
This is my
in
boss.
His hands. Yeah.
I'm in charge.
Zero
What's up?
progression.
I write like a 4th grader. Seriously.
Awesome.
Yep.
Oh,
Good times.
That's awesome.
Penmanship is not my strong suit.
Anything else you guys want to talk about?
I love CES.
I'm
Do
happy.
you?
I'm happy to be
Every
here.
year,
So much positivity.
everyone
y'all.
love it, man.
Everyone
I love it.
complains
Way
about
to go,
CES.
team.
I love it. It's like I get to go. I get to see all this weird
Yeah.
stuff. I keep having to keep myself from cursing. I get to see my
I
reporter
do too.
friends that I never get to see.
Yeah.
And this year, especially with all the car stuff.
Yeah.
And the Internet of Things, because that's your favorite.
No, the
thing.
Internet of Things is a big pile of crap. that's a mess.
Well, I'm glad that's
everyone
your
needs
beat.
to get their act together with the Internet of Things.
Yeah.
Every year they're like, we got a lot of stuff. I don't.
It's
50
just
platforms.
More
I
of
don't,
the same stuff.
Yeah.
Just with a different name
and it's
this
still
year.
solving that
And
problem.
everything has an app.
Yeah.
It's still solving the problem where you're doing this. This was too hard turning on that light. Oh
It's
man.
so difficult, dude. Did you see the thing where it was like
literally, it was these two plastic things that you like. They adhere to the light switch, and then it just like basically is a little
Push.
piston that
Yeah,
goes
it's
down
like-
to flip the switch.
Like a
and you
little
put one-
plunger.
Like so, literally, you can you can turn your regular ass light switch.
Is it a robotic
into the
finger?
Internet of Things. Basically,
That actually is what it's called. Yeah, it is a robotic
I mean, that would be a lot more entertaining, but it's like this terrible thing that.
I think I just had $1 million idea, y'all. I'm out of here. I'm making a finger to turn on light switches.
This is what the world has come to.
You have
Basically,
to
so
use
can
an
tap
app
your
to
phone.
turn it on and off, though,
can't,
right?
I can't be bothered to get up and walk 5 feet to the light switch.
Why was the clapper not good enough?
Yeah, exactly.
For real.
The Internet
The
of Things,
clapper was
it
better.
began and ended with the clapper.
Have we really progressed past the clapper at this point?
No.
Has
No,
anything,
actually.
Has
No, not at all.
anything
It's a clapper
gotten
by a
better than
different
the
name.
clapper?
Yeah.
Instead of clapping, we have to tap our phones.
The
I'd rather
best-
clap.
We should just call it the tapper.
No phones required.
The best Internet of Things device is the Amazon Echo.
Yeah.
And it's basically a really awesome clapper with a speaker.
Yeah.
Alexa, turn on this light, as opposed to.
Right, the clapper talks back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It didn't have a
Okay.
song. Every time you ask
I'll do
Alexa to
that.
do something, okay.
I appreciate that. I mean, it's short and to the point, and
Yeah.
I don't want my gadgets talking back too much.
Yeah.
Siri's got a little too much attitude for me.
A little too sassy. You don't
Yeah,
like
I mean,
your.
when she's listening
You want your
to you, she
AI
doesn't
to
even- she's not
be.
even
Siri
paying
tells you,
attention
she's
half
like,
the
I've
time.
turned off the lights. Okay, I'll turn off the lights. Like, I don't need all that information.
Yeah,
the light
right?
just turned off.
Just
I got
do it.
Economy of words,
Yeah.
Siri.
Yeah.
Come on.
Get with
Shut
the
up.
program.
Save some processing cycles.
Who do you
Just
think
shut
you're
up
talking
and do
to?
as you're told, Siri.
All right. On that note, it's been lovely having y'all on stage.
Thank you, Andy.
Time
Ronnie.
for our next couple of victims.
Who's up now?
Richard Lawler and
Richard
Edgar
Lawler and
Alvarez.
Edgar Alvarez.
Come on down.
So these are the two gentlemen on staff that have the tightest sneaker game.
True.
At
And what are you
Engadget.
guys wearing today? Because
Yeah.
I don't think this is your tightest sneaker game.
I mean,
as-
Lawler's
as you
showing
know
out.
about.
Edgar,
Oh, no,
why didn't you wear the
these are pretty
Jordans,
bad.
my man? You've been rocking those all week. That's your.
Don't want to wear them out.
Are
man.
those
I hear you.
Are those
Yeah,
3D
that's
printed, or they just
only for
look
the
like
select
that?
few.
But these
Not
are some of
self-lacing?
Adidas' best shoes.
Okay.
This is
do
not
you
an
guys want
ad.
some of this?
I got this. This is not a. I'm not paid to say this.
This is the good stuff, by the way. You can't tell
All
because
right.
it's in a
So,
paper
so
bag.
just so y'all know, we have Richard Lawler and Edgar Alvarez.
I don't drink, so I'm good.
Me neither.
Why are you guys laughing? That's messed up.
There you are.
The lies people tell at CES.
Cheers,
Cheers,
gentlemen.
y'all.
Happy CES.
It's been lovely knowing you. I've got a new venture that I'm working on with Light Switch.
Oh, your $1 million.
So this may be my last
I've
day.
heard
at
about it.
Engadget.
It should be a big thing.
Yeah.
The Automagic digits.
I'm doing a little bit of consumer research right now. So what do you think? Brilliant.
I would not
I know,
buy
right?
it. I would lease one though.
What's that?
I would lease one though. Like, have you thought about that?
$5 a month.
I have not. Maybe a subscription service.
Yeah.
What's
there
your
you
elevator
go.
pitch?
Yeah. Yeah.
What are we gonna call it? What am I gonna call it? Never mind. This is a discussion for myself. Richard, how has your week been?
It has been. It's been an interesting week. I think Devendra was really hitting on it when he said that this has been kind of a throwback CES.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like previous shows that I've been to where TV's dominated, where everything was brand new. We're seeing, just like you mentioned, turntables.
Yeah. Multiple turntables. Like,
More than one, and
there
we're
are
actually
three notable ones that I can know of, and I don't care about vinyl.
We're actually discussing them, and people are taking them very seriously.
Yeah.
And that's the technology. I felt like I was walking through a Radio Shack, walking around the show floor, and that's a very odd feeling, like
Well,
like a late '90s
Not in a
Radio
good
Shack.
way, I'm assuming. That sounds like
Maybe 10% good, and 90%.
Yeah.
Y'all don't even know because now that Nick Cannon's at the helm at Radio Shack,
Their new chief creative officer, is it, or something?
I don't know, technology person.
He's on to Radio Shack like
Alicia Keys to
like Will
BlackBerry.
I Am. Yeah.
I mean, I guess if there are Radio Shacks left somewhere,
I got one down the
there are.
street from my house. I bought something there once. An extension cord.
Radio Shack, the place
That's
where you
the
go
good
when
shit.
you
The
need
place to
cords
go.
and batteries.
I heard makers like it or something. Like for circuit boards or something?
Yeah, I mean, you can buy like
You said that,
components.
right? That's what you said to me.
Yeah, that's why the Shack exists. You know what I'm
So
saying?
your favorite thing, though, I mean,
Surprisingly, not a TV, not like a Blu-ray player. The TVs, they look great. The LG
Yeah.
OLED won our Best of CES again. It looks amazing, even better than last year.
Yeah.
I saw an 8K cable that Panasonic has.
A what now?
An 8K cable, to plug in your 8K TV that you won't have for another 10 years.
Because
But
no one's making
the first
8K
time I
content.
saw 8K.
We're talking about a cord?
Yes.
Okay.
The first time I saw
Monster's
8K,
gonna
it
make
took,
one that's gonna be
it
like
took a processor
$3,000.
that took up like the size of, in front of this stage.
Sure.
And you need like 4 HDMI cables to plug in. They can do it in one tiny optical cable. When it
Wow.
arrives, it will make my life better. So I like it.
In a decade, when 8K is actually a thing.
I'm clearing out space now.
That's super
You're buying them
cool,
cables
Richard.
early.
I
Get in
grabbed
on
2
the
when I
ground
was at the
floor.
booth.
Richard Lawler's starting a new investment firm. It's on 8K cable futures. It's amazing.
Get in on the ground floor, people. Tweet me.
It's your new beat.
Oh,
8K
man.
cables.
So
Wow.
seriously, Richard, a cable is your favorite thing from CES 2016?
That's hot. It says
It's a
something
pretty high
about CES
cable.
this year.
Oh, it does. How many CESs is this for you?
I think it's 9.
Whoa.
Dang, Richard.
I'm pretty sure. So I think Terrence is like second. I think he was like at 8. So
I
you've
think
got one even
Terrence
on
is
him.
at 9 too.
Okay.
I'm going to be
All
here
hands.
in a different capacity next year, so you guys stop by my booth.
The finger. The digital digit. All right,
Edgar Alvarez, tell us about it.
Good week.
What have you been up to this week?
Man of many
I learned
words.
a lot about a lot of cameras, and they're
So
not
what?
that
It was the
exciting. It's one of
Nikon's new D5. Is that
yeah, the D5. I
is that
think
the
it's
showstopper?
Yeah, I think that one's definitely the best camera that was shown at CES. But
Does that one do selfies?
You could. I mean, people already take pictures with iPads and stuff, so basically you can do selfies.
But
with
when
the
you need a
DSLR.
camera that size, it's a self-portrait, right?
That's huge.
I also, somebody sent me an article saying that if you take a picture with somebody else in it, it's not a selfie, or if somebody else takes a picture of you, it's not a selfie. What the fuck's that about?
That's knowledge from Christopher Trout right there. Selfie knowledge.
That comes down from the New York Times, y'all.
Yeah, that's how you know it's real.
The New York Times is on it.
I also saw these self-lacing shoes, but there aren't any laces, so it's just
right. And they're really slow.
And they're also really ugly.
Did they? Yeah, they were. But did they market it as self-lacing?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, but it can also track your steps and stuff, so it's got sensors built into the sole. But yeah, they're definitely ugly. So
What benefit is it for you to know how many steps you took in a day? Really?
None.
I mean, I don't
You
care
can
about
tell,
how
you can
many
tell
steps
people
I've
how
taken.
many steps you took in a day.
How many steps did you take today?
I don't know.
Well, your sneakers don't tell you that?
No. These are for style only, not
Oh, you're
functional.
doing that throwback thing,
Yes.
CES style.
See,
Yeah.
you get the thing.
That's how it goes.
So did you guys have any particularly low moments this week?
I saw a robotic cooker that was basically just like a small heating plate with a stirrer.
A what now?
They were calling it a robotic, like 10-in-1 cooker.
Yeah.
It was basically just a hot plate with a stirrer on it.
That is sad.
Yeah, that was not
real
robotic.
depressing.
It's like you're not fooling anybody. Come on now.
That you're really stretching at that point.
Yeah.
I am robot. I could just do that, right? Maybe next year at my booth, I will also market myself as a robot.
You're going to do a lot of things next year.
Hook myself up to a heating plate.
Trout's got big plans for CS 2017, y'all.
Yeah. Y'all will be giving me a Best of CES award next year.
We might.
You know how it gets in that judging room, man. It'll
It
be
does.
tough.
It's cutthroat. You better bring your A game.
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
I got
All
a
right.
year.
So, Edgar, anything else from
No,
the
I
show
think,
floor?
I think I'm agree with what Nate said earlier, that a lot of the press conference were also pretty underwhelming.
Yeah. You think that's a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it's a bad thing. I like being excited about things, but not that some of the stuff isn't exciting, but I think we're just seeing very minimal upgrades to stuff. So
I feel like they've like backed off the theatrics because everybody talked mad shit about it, and I'm really kind of missing it. I don't know about y'all.
That's why I love Intel, dude. They're still doing weird stuff
Yeah,
on
yeah.
stage, man. They're bringing the show, which is important. You know?
Sometimes you got to have random celebrities show up.
Absolutely. And where were all the celebrities this year? No, not
Hey,
you, Matt.
Hey, I saw Manny Fresh, so
I heard Nick Cage was here too.
Yeah, we saw that on Twitter. Disappointing that we missed out on
I
Nick.
just want to know where the Jonases are this year because I saw one of them last year coming out of the Gibson thing.
And Richard Dreyfuss.
Right, and it wasn't the one that everybody wants it to be, so. Anyway.
If it's not Nick, it doesn't count.
That's right.
Right. It's been lovely having you on our stage,
Yes.
but I'm pretty much done with you. So,
Yes.
Who's next? Do we have anybody?
I feel
Has
like
anybody not been up here?
I feel like
Where did
we need to
Heather
get
go?
Conrad and Stefan up here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Time for some
especially
dev talk,
now,
y'all.
Especially now that Stefan is saying no. Yeah.
We know these guys are drinking.
Yes.
Hey, Edgar, you left your champagne on the whatever. I'll drink it. Would y'all like something to drink?
Of course.
Stefan? You're looking slightly peaked today. What'd you do last night?
Had a good night.
We'll just leave it at that?
We'll leave it at that.
Okay. Gorman, you want to talk? Because I'm
Yes.
multitasking right
I
now.
was just checking the time. I was giving the time stamp on us. We got 15 minutes left here.
So you want me to kill time for 15 minutes?
Nope. Pretty sure we'll be done with you in 2 minutes, so
So-
let's get to it.
You've
Conrad,
been on a wrecking roll today.
Thank you.
I've
Thank
kind
you.
of-
As I
Indeed.
said earlier, I'm feeling myself. I feel like that one emoji that does this with their hair. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You do too. Come on. It's
So-
this one. Keep on talking. I'll show 'em.
Conrad and Stefan basically keep the site running.
We have a new guy
You
as well.
fixed all of our problems. Oh yeah.
We do our
Where's
best.
Colin? Is Colin here? Colin. Did Colin leave? Colin, come on. Come on. We'll get all three of y'all. You can share a microphone.
Also, if somebody sees
No.
Heather and Brett, get them around this area
Yeah.
so that we can pull their butts up here later.
Weak
What?
sauce.
Okay.
So you guys fix all of the stuff that we break, and like we tell you to make stuff work for us.
Yeah, our job is to clean up after you guys.
Pretty much.
Oh, hey!
Colin is a recent addition. He got baptized by fire this week.
It is his first week. It was his first day on Monday. We
Yeah.
literally walked into the office and I said, "Hey."
Would you like a glass of champagne, Colin?
Of course he does.
I think it's sparkling wine. I don't think we can call it champagne, but okay, this one's empty. But Edgar
Or not. No.
Edgar didn't drink his, so you can have that one.
Just pretend to drink it.
He didn't put his mouth on it. I'm pretty sure. And even if he did, Edgar's a pretty good guy.
Yeah. So, this was all three of you. Is it your first time at CES? No,
That was my second time.
It's that
Okay.
one. Where she's all like that.
Stefan,
I
have you been
think
at
yeah,
this
we
first
could-
one?
yeah.
Colin, it's your first CES. So, what was it like? How was the week for you guys?
Hectic.
Yeah. A lot of stuff
It looked
breaking.
like y'all were just sitting there. To
I
me.
know y'all were working a lot on our live blog editor at the opening portion
Right,
of the
we've got a
week.
new live blog.
And of course, the redesign, y'all are still recovering from that because that
Yes,
was
and we
intense.
do have a new redesign.
Yes.
There's still a couple of features I'd like to see, and I'm gonna go ahead and let it out right now so that it's on camera and everybody knows. This
We're
is
gonna hold you
the
to
right-
this. We're gonna get you on the record saying yes.
We were promised some pretty fancy pull quotes. Just saying.
Pull quotes are coming.
Okay.
Really fancy ones.
Can I get a timeline on that?
I'll put.
I want some practical expectations too, because I know how developers work.
We're live right now talking about work, giving me a deadline.
That's what's going on.
Is this what you pulled us up for?
Yeah.
Pretty
That's
much.
basically it. This is all an elaborate
also,
trap.
Also, I'd like to know what the highlights of your week were.
Oh, thank you. We did go and check out the Oculus once we broke the chains from
So
our
was this
wrists.
the first time you tried Oculus?
What was that?
Was this the first time you tried Oculus?
Their first time I tried one from like DK1 or something.
Sure. So, thoughts?
The
What
hype
was it
is
like?
real.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah. I think Sean wrote an article about like saying chill out, brosif. Like
Yeah.
the price is gonna go down one day.
Yeah.
It's first gen technology. It's really good.
Yeah.
So you would buy one day when
Yeah.
the price goes
Are you
down.
buying one? Are any of you gentlemen buying one?
Not yet.
No. You're
Yeah, I
waiting
mean,
for
like-
the second.
Gonna let it work out the kinks and then see how it is in a few months.
Okay.
I'm a bit of an early adopter. I might just go ahead and pre-order.
Well, I assume, do y'all already have like laptops or desktop
Laptops?
machines? I know that you can. I know that Conrad has a desktop machine that can easily run Oculus Rift, but I've never talked with this about Stefan or
No.
Colin. Do y'all have like machines at home that are already Oculus ready?
I've been waiting for VR to kind of manifest
Okay.
itself in the truest form.
Okay.
So I'm still
What
waiting
form
for
is that?
day.
The one where we can't tell the difference between real and whatever that is?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I'm living that right now.
And are you, so this is probably a dumb question, but are you going to build your own machine, Stefan, or are you going to buy
Yeah.
one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
know
how
you
else are you
build,
gonna? Don't just go to freaking Dell and get a
Dell,
don't do
dude.
that.
Yeah.
No,
I
you
hear
you get a MacBook.
This is why
Clearly.
this is me getting you to talk about that, Conrad. So what should
Right.
people get?
Okay, so if you're into building a PC, a good site would be PCPartPicker.com.
Who?
PC Part Picker.
Okay.
PC Part
Picker.
Okay. So they'll help you make the call for like whether or not
Exactly.
you get a better graphics card, what
You can,
kind of processor, all that.
You can
stuff.
even compare.
Yeah.
Put all your parts together.
Okay.
And it'll ping, Amazon and different places and compare prices. It's good. Yeah.
Sure.
You can share the PC that you've built and
that's
get some
cool.
feedback from other nerds.
So you can just start with other people's builds and then modify as you want to.
Yeah, that's probably good.
pretty cool.
That's probably a good start.
Okay.
So, any particularly low moments for y'all this week?
Hanging out with you guys right now.
You're welcome.
Right
You're
here, right
welcome.
now.
That'll be all for the
That was
devs.
an attempted burn. It
Who's
just
up
water
next?
off a duck's
Heather,
back, y'all. It doesn't even affect
Heather
me. I don't
and
care.
Brett. No, I'm not kidding. You can go now.
I'm rubber and you're glue.
That's right,
Conrad.
Don't forget.
Don't forget.
Don't forget. This is the emoji for feeling yourself.
Okay.
So really, what?
No, I've had
hanging
a
out
great
with us
week.
was pretty
no,
terrible.
No,
I agree.
it's not. It's great. It's great
It's
up
tough.
here.
Yeah.
No, we've had a great week. I mean, we just working hard to keep the site up and running. So.
Yeah. I can tell you my low light. It's been drinking champagne out of a plastic cup. And,
that's pretty low.
And pouring it out of a
paper
bottle
bag.
in a paper bag.
Paper bag.
I usually roll a little bit more classy than this.
Yeah.
You drink straight out of the bottle.
Yeah.
Classy.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys.
Yes, thank you, gentlemen,
It is
for all
now
the work
time-
that you do.
It is now time for our last couple of guests, Heather Frank and Brett Putnam.
Is Brett here?
Where's Brett? Okay.
Brett, better
Thank you.
come
Don't
up to
forget
the
your
stage.
champagne.
Do we
If
have
you don't
any
want to
left?
drink it, pass it to Edgar.
Do we have any
It was
champagne
his in the
left for
first
Heather?
place. Oh yeah, we need. Do we have another bottle in the back?
I don't think we do.
We're out of champagne.
Yeah.
No, I
You
think we
look
have one more.
so
no?
good, Heather. Pick up a microphone.
No, we had
so
four.
people
We had
can
four.
hear you.
There it is.
Still playing this music.
Thank you. Okay,
All right.
you guys talk. I'm gonna
Yes.
open this
Are you
bottle.
tired of this music yet?
I
no
love it.
way. I could never. It's so
That's
good.
'cause I picked
That's
it.
the Heathrow Franklin DJ special right
It
there.
is.
That's
Totally.
the walk-up
This is
music.
Heather, or something or other.
This is Heather Frank. She does things and stuff for us.
AKA Heathrow Franklin.
Yes,
I heard you guys plug me earlier.
we did.
I run the
Oh,
video
and we've got-
department with this guy.
Take that freaking name tag off,
Don't
Brett.
bring that on here.
It's not even yours.
It has a
Stop
logo
lying.
on it.
Stop trying to lie
That's
to the
just
internet.
tacky.
Brett.
This is my right hand.
Is that mic off?
I couldn't do anything.
Can we get
yeah.
Brett's mic on? Jason, please.
I can't do anything without him.
Can we please just make this run? God, I just so frustrated with Jason. No, I'm
So
kidding.
let's-
The folks that run the stage have actually been really good this week. Well done.
So should we talk about some highlights?
Let's talk highlights with Heather and Brett.
Oh my
So
God.
these are the
Oh.
two folks that make Engadget video happen, along with Carrie Davis. You saw her earlier. We also have Shivani and Jonathan and Benito. They aren't able to make it because we've locked them in
Yeah,
a boiler
they're
room
still
and forced them
plugging
to
away.
stay
They're
at computer and
editing.
work. And we appreciate them, but we're glad that we have two representatives from the video team on stage with us now. Heather Frank, how was your week?
It's been incredible. I mean, it's always like really hard, but really fun and exciting too.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of great moments. I can think of one in particular.
Yeah.
You know
was it
that
at the
my
Cosmopolitan
video,
Hotel?
My video has gone viral.
What video?
can see why
my
it did.
VR video.
I took that video, and are you
Well, I
taking
know.
credit for that?
You know, I don't even know if I marked you, but I will.
So let's say
But-
what happened.
No, but here's
What
the
was
thing.
the video
It's
It's
gone.
at-
It's gone viral, and she didn't.
No,
she
no, no.
didn't
Listen, it's
credit
at,
me
It's
for
at
the video.
16. It's at
story.
1,600 views on Facebook. I don't even have that many friends.
What
So
are we
people have
talking
been
about,
sharing it.
Heather? Set up
Okay.
the
I'm not
bit.
surprised you don't have that many friends.
Good.
I have like 700.
Come
but,
on.
So
embarrassing
we
me.
actually tested out, or I tested out. Michael and I tested out a VR porn headset, the whole shebang.
It was a regular headset with porn
And-
inside of it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And they, at the last minute, they're like, "You should check this out, Heather." And I I had a very
immediately-
natural reaction. Let's just say that.
You were
Which is
immediately
squealing
visibly
Yeah, I was
uncomfortable.
squealing and
You were
it was
trying to hide your face, even though your face was already hid by a VR headset.
To me,
I don't know if trauma is a natural reaction.
it might have been trauma. But I need them to do better at their casting, I think.
Yeah,
I think
that was
the
a big
casting
issue for me,
is
too.
hard for me. Yeah.
If you think it's hard for you, think about the people on the casting couch.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
You had an
Brett-
issue with the casting?
Well, the
In the
people
VR
that were
video.
in it,
Oh,
the
yeah.
actors were unsavory.
Unsavory character.
Wasn't great.
I don't know. Y'all, to each his
Unsavory
own.
would not
you know?
have been
Don't
my
be so
first choice of
judgmental.
words, but I'll take
Shit.
that. Unsavory. It was a pirate. That's
It was
what it
a-
was.
it was a
It's 'cause
sweeter set.
It was
Yeah,
pirate
it was
porn.
fun though. It's been really fun. It's lots of like interesting shoots, and my team is. I love my team so much.
Brett,
they're amazing, and you guys are okay, but
Just mediocre.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm comfortable with that.
I'm fine with that too.
Whatever.
I'm out of here after this anyway. 'Cause
He's
You
got
are?
I've got
his
a new
digital digit light switch situation.
digital digits.
Yeah, dude, this is what I'm here for. I'm the CMO.
so
This
hey, what was
unnamed
your
terrible
highlight,
company.
Brett?
I don't even know what we're talking about right now.
We're talking about Heather's highlights.
Inside baseball.
So, Brett, how was your week?
Thanks
at
for having me,
CES?
Michael. I really
You're
appreciate
welcome,
this
Brett
opportunity.
Putman.
I was the one that poured you the champagne. You didn't even thank
It's
me
really
for
good.
that.
It's really good.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I need to
Cheers.
pour
Yeah.
myself some. Never mind. Cheers, y'all.
It's almost over.
I am putting my mouth on this so nobody else can drink it after me.
That's what she said.
It's all you. So, Brett, how did you spend your week? I feel like you haven't gotten really to see a lot.
I spent 7 days locked in a room editing.
70? I thought we were only here
7.
for. Oh, okay.
No, he literally sat in this room, this tiny space, like 5 by 8
Brett's a
feet.
machine.
Not a great story.
But he
Yeah,
was,
somebody
no,
call the
but
ambulance.
he was
Feels
in
like
a
a
good
great
mood almost the whole time. He does
It
these
is.
little dances, and
Yeah.
he's a trooper.
And then let's talk about let's just get to the highlights. The highlights of the week was when you got to work with me to film the daily wrap-up shoots.
Oh, yeah,
right?
for sure.
When you got to be the human teleprompter, I know
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
your-
So I would hold the laptop.
Yeah.
Didn't have a teleprompter. Just hold it by the camera.
Or I held
Yeah.
the laptop
Yeah.
sometimes.
We'd
Yeah.
alternate.
It was
and
good.
then by the end of the day, we'd all be losing our minds.
Yeah.
They turned you off.
And we'd all be
because-
screaming
well,
and
for
somehow
obvious
get a video
reasons.
done out of
Yeah.
it.
So do you think you're going to get out of the editing room today, Brett? Will you?
I'm done.
Yeah.
Done right now.
So what do you want to see on the show floor then? Is there anything that you're like, I've got to go do that?
I heard there's some really good phone cases in the South Hall.
Yeah.
I actually want to see
Some Hello
the,
Kitty stuff too.
I want to see that turntable.
Yeah.
Which one?
The one that was in the awards yesterday. The Technics.
I don't remember that.
The Technics.
Well, there's
pretty sure
the
I was drunk at
Technics
the awards
wasn't. We had the
yesterday.
Audio Technica.
The
that
Audio-
was
Audio Technica.
One of the finalists. So the
Yeah.
wireless one.
I want to see that.
Yeah.
I want one.
Yeah,
Do you think
okay.
they'll give me one?
But yeah, I mean, probably.
I don't think that's allowed, but they probably would if you ask nicely.
They would probably give it to you, but you're not
You could
allowed to
test
take
it for us.
Okay.
Sorry.
You could test it
I think
for
they're
us.
like $4,000.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's expensive.
It's insane.
But Brett, anything you want to see on the show floor? Are you a vinyl guy?
There was that really cool like flight sim thing.
Yeah.
Where you like lay down.
Yeah, that we
with the
talked about the
VR.
Crush.
Yeah, yeah.
The ass up thing?
Yeah,
You're
the
talking
ass
about
up
what Velasco saw. Yeah, you want to go check that out?
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Are you ready to be exposed in that
I haven't
way to
tried
the
like
CES?
I haven't tried like VR since DevKit 1 of the Oculus.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And that made me motion
It
sick
is way better now.
immediately.
It's crazy
yeah,
now.
so I want to check it out.
Yeah.
Like the new generation of
You
it.
know what I'm dying to see is the Adele lip sync battle happening over at the Ford booth right now.
Yeah, that's always the best.
Oh, and
the Ford people.
Veronica just saw Nick Cave.
Nick Cage.
Nick Cage. I'm
She
sorry.
saw him. We saw
I would
photos
love
of
to
this on
see
Twitter.
Nick Cave.
Cave is awesome.
CES.
Yeah. He's an incredible dancer.
Wait, Nicolas
Yeah.
Cage is here?
Nick Cage.
Yeah, Nick Cage was here.
He
yeah.
flew in and flew
And he
out,
looks
apparently.
just about as good as you might think he does. Pretty
So
sure.
horrible.
Can we talk about how healthy we feel?
Yeah,
I feel
super
fucking
healthy.
great. Pardon. I feel great. Whatever.
Also, we're almost out of time, but I see someone else who needs to come up on stage. Jonathan Hall.
Yeah.
yeah. He's gonna do a backflip onto the
Another
stage,
one of
and
our
if he does, he's fired. Get it?
It's hard to get up here, right?
Oh, and Benito.
Here.
Come on, Benito.
All right, Benito.
We've got more of our video team. We want to get everybody up on stage.
And we got one last
If only
glass,
for the
so you guys
briefest
are
of
gonna have
moments.
to share.
Well, have her come up.
Sure, she can come up too. It's fine.
So
We're
we've
fine
got
with
the
that.
we've got the video team on stage. Jonathan.
We don't-
Jonathan Hall.
We really don't have much time to talk
Barrett.
to y'all.
So you've been running all
But-
over Vegas this week. How has it been for you?
I lost track. I think I broke my Fitbit.
Oh no.
No, it just
How
like
many steps have you
9,000.
taken?
Does it go past 9,999? It just keeps going. Keeps going.
I don't buy that for a
You
second.
had your Dragon Ball Z Scouter moment where it broke everything. It was just too high.
Right. It's just like displaying like little triangles and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, I got you.
Oh, where's
So,
Shivani
any
when we
highlights
need
from
her?
the week?
Chevy Bolt was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Omni was fun.
Did you Did you go out last night, Jonathan?
Maybe.
I feel like there was a certain aroma as you came on the stage, and I wasn't sure if it was because I was drinking my champagne or because.
I think it's because you were drinking the champagne, but also
I did bathe.
Jonathan had a good time.
Well,
last night.
sometimes
A couple of times,
sometimes
but it
you
might
just-
have been a
sometimes you just
champagne
can't get rid
shower.
of that stink. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks, Chris.
Yeah.
Everyone's very tired.
Yes.
Let's be honest.
All right,
No,
and-
I feel great.
And Jonathan, I'm going to ask you to be the mic man. Hand it off. Benito Gonzalez also.
Hello.
How has the week been for you, Benito?
It's been all right. Like I
Yeah.
think the highlight of my week was at the very beginning though when I got to go out with Carrie.
You gotta hold that mic closer to your face.
When I got to go out to the desert with Carrie to see that.
Oh, the
follow
drone shoot? Yeah.
That
It's
was
interesting
awesome.
that it was an
good.
experience with Carrie that you like so much.
Well, the rest of my experience was in the trailer.
So that was the highlight of the week for you as well.
Yeah,
Benito?
pretty much.
Did you also go out and have a good time last night?
I kind of did, yes. I did.
Well done.
I had a wonderful steak.
All right. The highlight of my week is we're being told to wrap it up. What? Well,
All
this
right.
has been fun.
Yes, that is all for now from CES 2016. Thank you all for joining us. This is us signing off from Las Vegas. We will see you next
Cheers
year
to
in
next year,
2017.
y'all.
Cheers. Salud. We'll see you next year. All right.
You don't know and you don't care, so free. She on fleek with it, on fleek with it. If she bad, I'ma smash, she a freak with it. They looking mad at her, from the street with it. Even your man, girlfriend, wanna creep with it. She on fleek with it, on fleek with it. If she bad, I'ma smash, she a freak with it. They looking mad at her, from the street with it. Even your man, girlfriend, wanna creep with it. She on fleek with it, on fleek with it. If she bad, I'ma smash, she a freak with it. They looking mad at her, from the street with it. Even your man, girlfriend, wanna creep with it. She on fleek with it, on fleek with it. If she bad, I'ma smash, she a freak with it. They looking mad at her, from the street with it. Even your man, girlfriend, wanna creep with it. She on fleek with it. She on fleek with it, on fleek with it. If she bad, I'ma smash, she a freak with it. They looking mad at her, from the street with it. Even your man, girlfriend, wanna creep with it. She on fleek with it, on fleek with it. If she bad, I'ma smash, she a freak with it. They looking mad at her, from the street with it. Even your man, girlfriend, wanna creep with it. She on fleek with it. That's what it say though. She unique, wanna ride her like a Range Rover. Go deep to the point she gotta change clothes. Make a leak 'cause she slicker than a raincoat. And it's how the game go when you blazing by far. I done seen some fine women, but she raising the bar. Got a homegrown booty and I'm saying she raw. So you better call them boys when she breaking the law. OG don't see the full potential what I'm into and what she gon' be. 'Cause I'd rather have her than to have those three. And now he mad at me 'cause she on fleek. She on fleek with it, on fleek with it. If she bad, I'ma smash, she a freak with it. They looking mad at her, from the street with it. Even your man, girlfriend, wanna creep with it. She on fleek with it, on fleek with it. If she bad, I'ma smash, she a freak with it. They looking mad at her, from the street with it. Even your man, girlfriend, wanna creep with it. She on fleek with it. She on point like a dagger. She a G up on the DC. We a join like some letters. Ain't a betting man, but I bet in the set if you looked then you couldn't find a chick who was better. Got a body like a superstar. I put the game on you lames like a super hard. In the paint, but you know I ain't a ball player. Even if she is wanted by the ball players and the rap stars and the track stars. So many that I can't keep track, y'all. And I'm never on the fence like a backyard. She on fleek in the front and the back. She on fleek with it, on fleek with it. If she bad, I'ma smash, she a freak with it. They looking mad at her, from the street with it. Even your man, girlfriend, wanna creep with it. She on fleek with it, on fleek with it. If she bad, I'ma smash, she a freak with it. They looking mad at her, from the street with it. Even your man, girlfriend, wanna creep with it. She got her head on fleek, legs on fleek. Just got it did, so her hair on fleek. Got her nails on fleek, everywhere on fleek. Don't act like you don't know and you don't care, so she got her head on fleek, legs on fleek. Just got it did, so cause she's sneaker than the raincoat. And it's how the game go when you blazing by far. I done seen some fine women, but she raising the bar. Got a homegrown booty and I'm saying she raw. So you better call them boys when she breaking the law. OG don't see the full potential what I'm into and what she gon' be. Cause I'd rather have her than to have those three. And now he mad at me, cause she on fleek. She on fleek with it, on fleek with it. If she bad, I'ma smash, she a freak with it. They looking mad at her from the street with it. Even your man, girlfriend wanna creep with it. She on fleek with it, on fleek with it. If she bad, I'ma smash, she a freak with it. They looking mad at her from the street with it. Even your man, girlfriend wanna creep with it. She on fleek with it. She on point like a dagger. She a G up on the DC. We a join like some letters. Ain't a betting man, but I bet in the set if you looked then you couldn't find a chick who was better. Got a body like a superstar. I put the game on you lames like a super hard. In the paint, but you know I ain't a ball player. Even if she is wanted by the ball players and the rap stars and the track stars. So many that I can't keep track, y'all. And I'm never on the fence like a backyard. She on fleek in the front and the back. She on fleek with it, on fleek with it. If she bad, I'ma smash. She a freak with it. They looking mad at her from the street with it. Even your man, girlfriend wanna creep with it. She on fleek with it, on fleek with it. If she bad, I'ma smash. She a freak with it. They looking mad at her from the street with it. Even your man, girlfriend wanna creep with it. She got her head on fleek, legs on fleek. Just got it did so her hair on fleek. Got her nails on fleek, everywhere on fleek. Don't act like you don't know and you don't care. So she got her head on fleek, legs on fleek. Just got it did so her hair on fleek.